What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Toys, Unpack Photos. And tonight we're going to be talking the new Kickstarter Medieval Spawn that just launched this morning, which already smashed records. And I thought, who better to join me than a fellow Spawn fan? Spawn actually reads the Spawn comics too, also a fellow customizer, and also one half of the Astonishing News and Reviews podcast on Monday nights. Let's welcome in D.
What's going on, man? Thanks for the invite. Yeah, I was trying to find people to talk Spawn comics with. I'm like, there's not too many of us left, surprisingly.
Right.
Like, I don't know anyone in person who does, which is okay. Whatever.
Now, have you been reading it since the beginning, or is it something you like the comic you jumped on like?
I read it as a kid, and I was like, I don't even understand what's happening right now. And then I reread it from start to current as an adult. But that was like issue 1 I read years ago. So this wasn't a bandwagon thing that I just started doing this year. Like I progressively read it and enjoy it. Good milestones. It has its ups and downs. Yeah, but I love it. I love the character. I love
it's been around that long, so yeah, I'd imagine it's not all going to be. It's like One Piece. Like people tell me watch One Piece, 1,000 episodes long. So
yeah,
Spawn's like a comic book version of that.
This is more manageable. There's only 350 something issues, so you could binge it if you wanted. And I'm enjoying it. I still love it. There was that period where they switched Al Simmons out. I don't know if do you read it currently?
Not currently, no.
Okay. Yeah, there is years ago they switched Al Simmons out with Jim Downing, and people lost their minds over that. Like that was weird. But overall, as a character, yeah, he switched back. That wasn't getting enough any money. Overall, as a character, I think he's cool. I love symbiotes. Now we're here to talk about the Kickstarter.
Yeah,
I messaged you. I was like, "You're doing this or what? What's going on?"
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm so glad you're, and I'm glad to have you on here because, like, you guys welcome me into your channel, and like one day, me and Elvin will have a discourse. Of, like,
yes. For anyone who's curious, it's the A&R universe. You can see it in my handle there. But Elvin and I do a show on Mondays, Astonishing News and Reviews, and then on Thursdays at 7 p.m. he does Popcorn Chicken, so more movie-related stuff. Mondays is toys, Thursdays is movies.
Yeah, and they catch the replay from last week. They did a good job covering D23, and I liked it. But before we begin with, I know we want to jump into the Kickstarter, but I kind of want to backtrack.
Yeah, I was excited.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about you, man. What, like, I know you got figures in the background there, but like because I know you also do custom work.
I do customs
about that. Yeah,
currently, like mostly lanterns. So Saint Walker here.
What bucks are you using?
Vulcan buck for this dude.
Come on, man. Okay.
Human torch here, but I taped it off and painted it black.
Yeah.
And then a hood head and just kit bashing. Him, I sculpted the head entirely, and then I use buttons for the emblems.
Dang. So you sculpted that one from scratch?
Yeah, this was do you remember the Marvel Legends Morph?
Yeah.
So this is his head.
Dang.
And then I use Procreate epoxy here. I don't know. Any character that catches my eye, Radiant Black I made all of them.
So are the lanterns your like go-to for like your favorite DC?
They're just fun. You can do a lot of mixing and matching different costumes. I'm working on Larfleeze right now, the Orange Lantern. My condition for him is he had to be able to crouch like this, like Golem. And then I was like, how am I going to do his hair? So Better Ray Bill, Flame. So I'll trial and error, man. But I love customizing. It's fun and I enjoy it. Still do it.
This guy really said I'm going to make my own 6-inch DC line.
Yeah, what? No hate on McFarlane, but you know that all of my collection is mostly 6-inch, so I wanted to keep it consistent. Like I want a squad on my shelf of like cosmic heroes. Yeah. So Green Lantern standing side by side with the Nova Corps. DC didn't really, or McFarlane didn't really give me that opportunity. Again, no hate. But
you can, but it's just gonna look weird. Yeah. Well, you know what I picked up recently? That's 6-inch. I was at a convention. I picked up the DCUC Batman Beyond.
I saw you head swapped. Yeah. I was watching your video.
Yeah, and like I want to, I put the Mattel version on here, but
yeah,
I tried to think that because people are finding that platinum Terry McGinnis head sculpt.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me try the DCUC one, but it's way too big to put on that DC Collectibles version. So,
is he buff enough? It doesn't look good.
No, the head's too big. Like,
yeah.
So then what I did was I took a couple photos. I'll post it. I put the old man Bruce head on here
Yeah,
to make that version of Batman from the beginning of the series.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty smart.
That's as far as my customizing goes. I'm not talented like
Hey, it's love and hate. Like I pulled my hair out, lack thereof now, but sometimes like I don't know what to do with this thing, but I need him in my collection. Like,
yeah.
Once you're done, I always need to be making something. It's therapeutic, but at the same time, if I can't figure out an engineering situation, I get pissed off. So love and hate.
You just scrap it after that, after the work. You're just like,
Sometimes.
oh,
And then it will hit me. Then it'll hit me like I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, sorry, babe, I gotta go do this. She's like, what are you doing? You made this guy like 7 times. Like, yeah, but I made a better version in my brain, and now I gotta make it a reality. So
it's like that itch. It's just like, you know what, I don't want to sleep knowing I didn't finish. Let me go do this.
Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes that's how it is with reviewing. I'm just like, man, I should probably just open that toy. It's been sitting there for like a month.
or you wait for the perfect body. Like I always wanted the Jessica Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
So that Monet figure from Marvel Legends. I was like, you know what? She could be Jessica Cruz. So I just repainted her.
Yeah, but it looks good.
It just worked out. So that's it. Yeah.
And let me guess, did you get Power Princess?
Yeah, she's I didn't make her into Wonder Woman. I'm gonna make her into Artemis, the one with the axe and the ponytail, red hair. Because everyone did Wonder Woman. So like which Amazon could I make that's similar but different enough to work it?
Well, so let me ask, do you collect Mofex then? If you like your
I do.
This guy.
I do. But I'm very picky choosy.
You don't just all in on DC Mob, just some?
Has to be characters I like. Like I won't just binge Mofex figures for the sake of it.
Okay. You're not
like my Batman, Superman, Steel, Catwoman.
Yeah.
But like people were raving about Huntress. I'm like, she looks good, but do I care about her? I don't enough to go buy her.
Yeah, and well, I mean, if you keep your eye out, maybe it's still on discount. But
yeah, maybe.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the homie Claudio's Collections, fellow Canadian.
Is he?
Yeah. He says I dropped off Spawn during university around issue 150, but picked back up around 250.
Yeah.
And he says the Scorched is a great comic line. Highly recommend. See,
that's my favorite run right now
because they completed that Scorched team, right? Because I remember you were upset about the last batch of Spawn figures.
Yeah.
Speaking of customizing, tying it back around, you customized that one, right?
Well, I'm trying to do Reaper because they gave him the mustard color. So I'm using, you can't really catch it on the camera, but I'm using gold spray paint, so it's metallic. You know how McFarlane does his base colors is just like pure gray, mustard orange, mustard yellow. So I was trying to repaint him.
Let's see it.
I found him on. You can't really see it. I only did the head right now, but I'll post pictures later. You can't really get the shine, but it's less mustardy.
No, I can already tell right there. Yeah,
just airbrush gold.
And this is like the probably the bad thing about collecting is, since because they're going to launch the Kickstarter, it's like, man, maybe I should actually build out the Scorch team because I had Haunt and then I sold him.
You're not doing the team?
No, I was like, so now I was like, maybe I should buy it because they're on clearance, so which we'll get to later about why, because I know yesterday you said, why is this a Kickstarter?
You had some intel, so I'm like, okay, you know what?
Not intel, but just my observation. Yeah. It's like, we'll get to that later. But
I was like, I'm purposely not going to watch the video because I want you to like share the news or your opinion on why he's doing it, like a guess.
Oh, so
I watched some of it. I saw record talk, and I'm like, is this what you were talking about? So we'll see.
Yeah. Plus, I love that team looks so sick all together. So, do you have the whole team also?
They keep mixing and matching characters. Like they keep swatching like Overkill in, and I don't have Cygor because I didn't care about him, and then he appeared on the team. I'm like, okay, now I gotta go get him. So,
did you get him in She Spawn because they had that 2-pack re-release?
I have her already, so I didn't feel justified to rebuy her.
Yeah. It was just a different color palette.
She's probably my favorite. Yeah, she's probably my favorite one. I love her hair instead of the cape.
It's a pretty underrated figure. I just hate the heels because, I
can't stand her at all. I need this stupid stand all the time.
Yeah, I did the quick review on Fire, and these heels, if any company out there that does heals, like, can you like find like, because I don't know what it is, because even Marvel Legends, like heals on characters, like on certain, they can't stand for anything, man.
Storm is the only one that I found can support her weight.
Which one?
And she has like the Mohawk one. She has like biker boots, so the heel's a little bit bigger. So it, but her, what is this? It's like a needle. It's like a needle. Like that's horrendous. How's she supposed to be?
But see, that's okay for me just because it's like it gives a little bit more what is it?
Like support, balance?
Yeah, because it's so closed in as opposed to like, I don't know if this is the same thing. I don't know, is it? No.
No, I think they're different.
Different ones, yeah.
Yeah.
So you watched some of the Kickstarter, you didn't.
Some of it. The one he probably has tons of videos. I was looking at the one where he was in his backyard, I guess.
Yeah, they need to do that again because I missed that. I remember in year one when like Todd was like showing off every new figure like almost every month.
Yeah,
it was fun. I like when he did that because it was like him just genuinely enjoying it. Just like, hey, look at this. This is
yeah. His presence, like he's out there. He's like an artistic genius, and he doesn't care what anyone thinks, and that's what I appreciate about it. And he's nice. Like when you see him at Comic, you posed up with him.
Yeah, he's super nice. He'll always take time to meet fans. Like, yeah, sometimes I don't agree with certain like decisions made because the last Kickstarter. Because I want to start with that first.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're gonna share this real quick. This Kickstarter was very polarizing one, to say the least.
Were you pleased with it?
Yeah, I was fine with it. So I understood like collectors' frustrations with the where is that?
The torso?
Yes, I get that. I get the torso.
Did he pull the video? Because remember he had the video showing the soft torso, and he's like, here's an exoskeleton. And then there was a certain point where you can no longer find the video.
They did because people were getting back with that. Yeah. So I get that. I wish it would have been a rubber overlay so you can at least have some crunch instead of no crunch at all. Because I think they said it was difficult to use that that type of material. But then it's like then you end up with no crunch at all. But
the thing is, the 1,000 Toys Hellboy does it. Like figures have done it. Was it just a cost thing at this point? Like who knows? Who knows the reasoning? They could say whatever they want at this point.
Yeah, but to me, I think it's an artistic choice because I remember watching I really am a fan of this one right here, the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn.
Oh yeah, I have it.
I always wait. Did yours? Is it supposed to be? Did yours yellow out in the middle too?
Mine is shiny white. I don't know. I just chalked that up to just being him being gross and dead. Okay. So I don't know. Is that not supposed to be?
No. Well, I don't know if it's like faded from the sun or what, but like I always thought like this is the real thing that like honestly launched Spawn back in like the mainstream for collectors. Because this was like the first articulated one we got in a while.
I mean, same figure, but I swapped the cape out, but it's the same one as you.
Is that Max Bird?
Yes, it is.
Damn, that's nice. Oh, it's all wired, huh?
Yeah, it is. But it's heavy, so it's not really. You could pose it a little bit, and then you just have to trust it to support its own weight.
Yeah.
You didn't get the throne spawn?
I did, and then I sold it.
Honestly, it's the same, except like the gauntlet is black underneath, right? And it's jet black and less texturing. Like the throne one is smooth, right? That's the only difference.
I know, yeah, and I wanted to get the one with the Batman 2-pack. At some point, I think I'm going to get that too.
I wanted that for the sword and only the sword. I'm like, I can't justify that.
Claudia says it's a nice cape. Anyways, I was saying I think this is an artistic choice because I remember he opened up the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn.
Yeah.
And one of the things I noticed he mentioned was like, when you turn it, it kind of breaks up the symbol.
Yeah. So which Marvel Legends does a lot with their Spider-Man figures.
Yeah, it breaks up the design. But the reason why I mentioned it is because I think this one he had more input. Like he was hands-on for this.
Yeah. So
I think that's why you didn't see that break in the torso because artistically I think he said it in interviews, he prefers statues.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, does that bother you when it breaks up the because it's at the end of the day it's a toy. I was talking to my buddy because I was doing a Spider-Man custom, like a decal, and it's the symbiote logo. So it goes down his body and wraps around, but you're gonna have to break that. So like, does this bother you as a collector? At the end of the day, it's a toy.
Yeah.
If you're worried about breaking up the pose,
No,
then
because and also if you know, I think if you angle it a certain way, like photography wise, you can hide it, and it doesn't bother me honestly.
But his bread and butter statue, like he clearly loves statues more.
Yeah,
like you can tell. He said it right.
Yeah, which is why I'm glad though that like he is open. He even said, I think he said in interviews like, but that's not what the market dictates. Market dictates that they want articulation, so he puts articulation. So speaking of which, because I'm mentioning this, you talk about breakage. It's funny you mentioned this. MK11 Shadow Spawn is amazing. I actually have this on my desk too, so I want to show this off. So this is probably as close to a classic one we would have gotten in retail.
Okay.
The only thing I didn't like, I don't like the boot.
I know that's not his classic suit.
That's what kills
his classic suit.
But this is still pretty close to it. Like that's why I did a video comparing this with a Kickstarter. I'm like, if you don't want the Kickstarter, like this is a nice alternative.
He didn't even have the bigger gauntlet on his arm. Like it was just straight. Like it was supposed to be symmetrical. His classic costume.
Yeah, like he's missing this thing off. Yeah, but
they never released that in retail, right?
No, it did.
No, sorry. His just classic look. Like if you want his super classic look, or you have to go through the Kickstarter, huh?
Yeah, it's the Kickstarter. But I think this is still a nice alternative. It reminded me of the animated series, honestly. Like a lot of the facial part.
It's still a nice figure.
Yeah. At some point, maybe this will be one that I'll rip the cape off and put an actual wired cape on this.
Do you have a wired cape?
Nah, at some point I want to put one, but I have an extra one of these. Like, I doubled up on this, and I'm glad I did because I think he's going for a little bit more in aftermarket now.
Do you want a wired cape? I don't have an extra Max Bird one, but I have 3 other ones because I don't know. I got it from Netherlands, and they just kept sending me capes, and I emailed them I'm like I didn't order 3, and they just came one after another. So there's just 3 capes sitting in a bin. So if you do.
Maybe, yeah. We'll
free of charge. If you feel like customizing or like if you feel like ripping a cape off, I'll just give you the cape.
Okay.
Because there's been collecting dust for years now.
All right, I'll let you know after.
So it's also funny that sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's a delay. People bought the Kickstarter and then took the torso off the retail one because they fit. The engineering works. So you could, in theory, pop the waist off and plug it in. But at that point, I'm like, why didn't you just go buy the retail one? Why did you pay for the Kickstarter, disassemble a retail one, and then plug the torso into that? That's what I was confused about.
We're doing that?
Yeah. They fit. They 100% fit. The pegs from the waist, like the diaper, plugs into this one.
I don't get it then. So what's the point? So you're missing the actual classic design in the middle, though.
They put it into the modern one. So they went and bought the MK one.
To just get the Mortal Kombat.
yeah. So I was saying that, and then at a certain point, I felt like I was raining on people's parade because I'm like, why don't you just buy the MK one? Because what you did is bought 2 and then destroyed the Kickstarters.
It's an expensive,
For what purpose did you do that other than to prove a point? And then they ripped the cape off of the Kickstarter. They gave it a cloth good.
Which I get. I'm not that talented, but I know I heard like it was like a pain in the ass to get that cape off. But I don't understand why it couldn't have just been ported in there. But.
Yeah. I'm fine with it because of what they were trying to do. They were trying to recreate the one from the 90s. So like, I understand and I respect it. What did Randy say? What's with the Todd Father?
What's up, Randy? Watch the Todd Father Charter's Prime and debate of articulation need to be added to his figures. Yeah, and so that's why I get back to the point. Like at least he was open. Like for as he has his own ways and what he wants to do, at least he's open to listen to the market to add articulation. Because if not, we would have been stuck with like those Staction figures from the 90s.
Yeah.
Or early but I mean those are still nice sculpt wise though.
Yeah. How do you so cape wise, does it bother you or are you cool with it?
This thing?
Yeah.
It didn't bother me because I it didn't bother me because it's like, okay, there's hinges on this cape. It looks like the cape, you know what I mean, from the comics.
I think I led you astray topic wise. So back to the first Kickstarter, did you get all 3?
No, I just got 1.
Oh, okay. I got all I don't know if you can see. They're sitting up there. I moved and I didn't put them up and I'm gonna unpeg them. I'm getting another shelf to put beside because I already have a small shelf. I'm getting rid of the small one, and then all my spawns are gonna go.
Look at the gargoyles.
The wingspan just destroys. Two of them obliterate the shelf.
That's great. Yeah. I have Goliath, and that was one I'm glad I didn't go down that rabbit hole. I might pick up Bronx just so I can get the wings that are covering him.
The closed, yeah,
because I can't.
I love that line. I love that line. I don't care what anyone says.
But no, I only got one because this was like at the start of the pandemic, and I'm just like, all right, if anything, let me at least just get one so I can have the kicks,
Yeah.
It's I don't have it with me. It's at like a storage, but I should probably take it out and like start photographing it again.
Yeah, but I love seeing when you post photos, like today or I think it was 2 days ago when you posted even just this spawn, the Kickstarter spawn, with just the black background and the lighting was perfect.
Oh, thanks, man. Because that's what I remembered from. I actually got hip to Spawn. Some of them in the comic books are nice, but the animated series.
Yeah, you had it playing in the background the other day too. You told
told
people to look away. Sorry.
Yeah, because I was like, because I forget how graphic that cartoon is.
Yeah.
I sometimes wish they would revisit that instead of the movie because I think the animated series would do so well.
It's heartbreaking to see because he did concept art for the relaunch of the animated series that didn't see the light of day. Like really? Todd does this where he's like, it's coming, and then it just doesn't happen.
Everybody,
oh yeah, your impressions are spot on. So he did do concept art. He was fully committed to doing the cartoon continuation, and then it just died out.
Damn it! I don't, man. In this day and age, I think he'd probably have an easier time selling that instead of a movie. But I think he really wants to redo that. I saw parts of the OG movie.
Oh, you didn't see the full thing?
No, I couldn't. Well, I did. And now that I remember, actually, I was like, it was in college. Like, I remember my friend had it on his TV, and I was working on some photography stuff. I was looking up, and like once in a while, I'd look at the TV because it would be John Leguizamo as the clown. I was just like,
man, dude, he was fantastic. Like Violator and John. I can't picture anyone else as Violator now.
It was good for its time, or decent for its time. I saw the movie figures at a toy store.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I buy this? I'm like, nah, I shouldn't.
Like it's at a certain point, it's past its prime. Like it did what it was supposed to do, but now it's aged and it stands out at how aged it is.
Yeah, it doesn't hold up really well, honestly. I talked about this because this was a very polarizing figure because the torso, right? Everyone got mad at the torso. Which is understandable because it was said, we're going to try and do this and then flip the script kind of, So I haven't looked at this page since this morning. So let's see where it's at. So this Kickstarter was finished at $3,447,390, 23,000 backers. This one is that okay? Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure it backed in 9 minutes.
It's still going. There you go. There's the kicker, everyone.
Like there was no hesitation. Like you could just see the bar going. As soon as it launched,
it backed in like 3 minutes. It's unreal. 3 or 4 minutes. It's insane. Which is cool. It's all right. Cool. I said in the post, I was like, yeah, this is gonna break the OG one's record. I think it's gonna do more than 3 mil.
Okay, so what is your theory on why he needed to do a Kickstarter? Because he could have just sold.
Oh, we're diving into this already.
I'm so curious, man. Sorry, I don't know if you have more to say. If you have more to say, please do. But
we'll talk about we'll talk about the actual figure.
Okay,
let's do this. Let's stop screen sharing so we can kind of do this discourse. All right. So it's nothing that's like intel. It's just observation, right?
Yeah.
And let me just preface this by saying this isn't you I'm talking about because you did ask, why is he doing a Kickstarter?
Yeah.
This isn't directed towards you, but I think there's a lot of I hearken toy collectors nowadays to like wrestling fans in a sense that people think they know the business now. For as much as people like to think they know the business, I'm astonished why they don't understand why certain things happen with companies. Like, why do they crowdfund? Why do they do open pre-order? It's a safety net, right? So
actually, yeah, at the end of the day, that makes sense.
It's a safety net. So it's like, I don't know how this gets past a lot of people and their rants and stuff. It's like, and another thing was I know you didn't really. You said you try not to watch any of the videos, but if you watched his video, the one thing that stood out to me is like, we're gonna try to break the record.
That's the one I
The
saw.
fastest. Like, look at his track record.
Yeah.
Record-breaking comic book, longest-running comic book. He has all 3 baseballs of the home run records broken. Like,
yeah, it's funny.
He wants to do it makes sense why it was a Kickstarter, because we knew this was going to fund regardless, especially when $100,000 was the goal. Like,
it's funny you say that, because when I met him at Fan Expo, I was just trying to get my comic signed and moved on because he had like a long line. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, congratulations on the record breaking. He's like, hey, let me ask you something. Do you think I should put that on my comics going forward, record breaking?
Really?
I'm like, maybe. And he's like, well, technically every new issue I come out with broke the previous record. And he's like, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that on all my comics.
So you're okay. So we have D to thank for that.
I didn't say anything. I was like, maybe. I was like, I don't know the business, but it's funny how he's using these. It's not a loophole, but by his logic, every new issue that comes out broke the previous record. So technically he's right. I'm like, I said that. I'm like, technically that is correct. He's like, all right. Anyways, it was nice meeting. He's the nicest dude. KJ's here.
Oh, what up, KJ? Hey,
but yeah, it's all about records for him, it seems.
But it's also
in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah, in his eyes. So it's like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like people in the community like to, talk about tooling, deco, and all this cost, and why is the company doing this, MOQs, and it's just like, it's not rocket science. He just wants to shatter a record, to say, oh, I have the fastest Kickstarter record funded, and that was another one, the fastest turnaround time for a Kickstarter, because usually Kickstarters are usually like a year turnaround time, maybe more. I think this said, here, let me share this screen. I think it said January. We're gonna
he's like, oh, I already have these in production.
So like
that was the thing that made me laugh. He's like, yeah, I already started making some of these just so we could ship them out like immediately after.
Yeah, and so like, again, no disrespect to people out there. It's just like, it's not that deep. It's just like, not you, but
no. So, it's just funny. You're right. Like, he's a real person. And we're used to seeing like dudes in business suits trying to come up with reasons to do something. Todd is just having fun. Like, he's like, I'm going to break a record today.
Yeah. And it's another, I know whether or not it's probably just, just another marketing thing, but it's just like, then they're going to say, oh, hey, we're the fastest record in Kickstarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all it is. And the reason why I bring this up is because, like, for as much as people want to tout their knowledge of, what we think of the business, it goes over their head. It's as simple as this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend to know anything that goes on behind. Like, he's a wild card. He's the one who also said, like, in business meetings, I crank the heat up, and I leave the like, whoever he's trying to make a business deal with in the room, so they get hot and uncomfortable, and then they will just bend to my demands.
Is that what he said?
He said it. He's like, I'm not even gonna lie. I live in Arizona. I turn the AC off. When I'm doing a business deal, I'll turn the AC off, and then I'll leave the room, and then they usually just bend to my will. I'm like, you know what, Todd? Like, if it works, it works. Like, apparently it works.
So why he shows up in a Spawn shirt? He already knows the temperature is going to be like 80.
Yeah, he's just in a tank top.
What up, 78? You said Todd. Todd. The tiers. The video is top tier. Yeah, I don't want to. I have the Instagram pulled up, but I don't want to play it for any copyright purposes, just in case.
Yeah.
Tell fans, kiss the ring. I mean, clearly, look, it's already at $1.2 million. This
in
is
Asia,
wild.
You wanted Dynam to get them to bend.
Huh?
No, I was just reading 78 stuff. He's talking about whining and dining. There's no whining and dining with Todd. It's either you submit or you just get heat stroke.
Breaking up the Articulation is hilarious. Yeah. Just more like, I don't know what to call it, not window pane. It's just more like, oh, hey, now you get all these.
See, that's the difference, though, with like HasLabs if they don't meet their demand, they will not give you the tier bonus.
Yeah.
Whereas Todd, like, I don't care if this is like a farce where he's like, we're gonna give you this anyway. But it's just fun. It's fun to see what's included. So
yeah, it's cool. So all right, so you said so blue or black, both. Rodney says Todd gonna push the envelope with his brand. He always said that with everything he does. Yeah. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, which I respect. They're definitely entitled to. I get it. There's definitely certain things with the brand that could improve, but there's also appreciation for what the work they do now. You know, it's funny because when I talk to some other collectors that collect other lines, they're like, if they would just tweak certain things on the figures,
yeah,
it would just like to them that would get them into collecting. You know.
I feel like he's listened. Like as the side eye, he's like, "Okay, we're done with that." Like, thank you.
Okay, let me ask you this, because you are opposed to the sculpted joints, which I get. There's certain figures like I don't have a figure on my desk. Like the Blue Beetle Booster Gold sculpted wrist. I get you don't like that, right?
No, like okay, here, Haunt. Haunt has the stupid.
Okay, hold on, wait. Let's do this. Let's stop screen share for a second so we get into this. Okay. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's not a sphere. He did like as soon as you move his it juts out. Like it's not a sphere.
Let me ask, would you rather that or this OG like ball joints that look like tennis balls?
I would rather the socket was deeper so it hides the joint even more.
Like a X or Figuarts. Yeah, of course. Ideally that would be
that's not even like a patent thing. It's just like make the socket bigger.
But this is why I say I prefer that over this, because my Batman Beyond figure was like, that's the one thing that stood out. I was like, what are we doing? Why is there
with the wrist when it's skin and then a hand that's smaller than the ball, like it looks like a tumor. So I understand why you prefer the sculpted like joint, right? You were all about that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I'm just nitpicking because rarely do I pose my figures with their feet pointing down or something. Like when I pose my figures, they stand like this. Ideally, I would prefer a joint like Hasbro's.
Oh, like a hinge? Yeah, I prefer that too. So like here's one. Okay, so this is Poison Ivy.
Okay, yeah, that's ugly to me.
Really? As opposed to that, the ball joint?
That's ugly. Hers is better than most.
The lesser of two. Which one would you take, that or this?
Oh, God damn.
Right. So I get what you're saying. We got to pick our battles here, man. Like, I will take this over that, but I get what you're saying, though.
Like, I'm not mad about it. I'm not furious. Some people are furious. They're like, I'm not buying this because I'm like, well, I want a Haunt figure, and this is the only one that exists, so I'm going to buy it.
No, I get what you're saying, though. I did wonder that because when I had some Figuarts, I was like, why don't they just make the ball joint smaller? But then they would have to retool all the hands, I think, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me catch up real quick. He said, somebody said the cape, though. I'm getting a Max Bird cape.
Yeah, Max Bird 78.
Damn.
Exactly, Max Bird. Like that's the way to go. I was like, do I get him a fabric cape? But the sword just fits perfectly. So I'm like, maybe I just leave as is.
Hey, let's hold on. Let's come back to this. Let's share your screen. So this one's the medieval Spawn that's retail release.
This is a retail one.
And I knew when they released this, people were like, "Oh, we're not going to get the Kickstarter." I knew we were probably still going to get a Kickstarter because.
Well, why wouldn't we? He showed it.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, we're just going to end up getting this." But I agree, though. I remember when I reviewed this, I like this figure out. There's a lot. You have it painted. This is what the retail release was. There's a lot of paint missing on this.
So I did paint the silver.
Yeah, you actually.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of sculpt also in there. There's a lot of good.
Oh, I forgot how red his shoulder pads. Like that's just like red. That's like blood red.
It was probably casted in this color anyway.
Yeah, it was for the purpose of like not scratching, and it's rubber, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I painted and I dry brushed the edges a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that looks good, like a worn, like weathered one. Claudio says 6 shield on the medieval. Was that Superman shield?
This came with a bootleg Ares from AliExpress. I was like, oh, you know what? This dude needs a shield. And then I just cut the back, and then it slips right over his gauntlet. plugs right in.
Oh, nice.
If in a perfect world, this pattern here wouldn't exist, so I could put the Spawn emblem on, the black and the green. Yeah,
Just
that's what I want.
Where is it at? Oh, I don't have it. Just want to say real quick, hi. What up, No Chewing? Part of the Toy Pick community. You should just do this. Where is it at, D? Just do this. Put one of these on there. Put one of the spawns.
Just like super glue it on.
Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is, right there. Bam. There you go.
Like overall, he was probably my most anticipated.
This, yeah, but this is also based on whose artwork? It's not. I'm trying to remember the name because I had it in my review. It's based off a different artist, but it's not off Todd's. But yeah, this is still a nice, and it's still available if you're if you guys want to buy it. Like if some people are so against the Kickstarter, just buy that.
Like, no, I won't. I don't know. They're like, why would I buy a Kickstarter when the retail one's perfectly fine? I'm like, hey, was it Bjorn or something? Yeah,
it's Bjorn. Bjorn. Sorry, Claudia said which tiers again. Let's go look at the Kickstarter real quick, and I'll catch up with the chat.
I only did the black.
Oh, you ordered it?
Whoops. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta ask you, because my homie, this is one thing I wish kind of would improve is the shipping, because my homie overseas is like, I think it's like over $50 for shipping.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember how much shipping I paid for the other one.
I know mine on this, I think it's like $25. But so I was gonna do the 3-pack. But then I'm like, wait a minute, how much is it individually? He's like, okay, I just copped the 2. I got the blue and the black one.
I can do it. I was like, I had to choose one.
Really?
I went all out for the last Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I love Spawn. I'm gonna support it. And then this one, I'm like, I don't need 3 medieval spawns.
True.
So I do not. I won't judge anyone. I won't judge anyone if they backed all 3. But
to have a classic blue or the OG blue and the black one's so nice.
That's why I wouldn't judge anyone for doing that. Like they both look nice to me.
Although I do wish, now thinking about it, because I know there was a blue variant of the OG Spawn back in the day. I kind of wish they would have made the Kickstarter like that too. Put a blue one and a black one. That's
overkill.
Come on, man.
Would you have done it? Would you have done it?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. This was back then, but nowadays, yeah. Like I'll show you how many. Like I am a fan of the Spawn figures, but not this one. With all due respect to anyone there that likes this one.
Wait. Not this one on the screen?
No. I'll show you which one. This one.
Okay. You scared me for a second. I was like, after all this praise, you're saying no?
No. This figure is amazing. The one I'm about to show, I put this on the desk because you see how it comes with an autograph?
Yeah.
I have an autograph, one that came with an autograph one. And I mainly got it for the autograph because Target had like a glitch. This is probably, I'm sure if you paint it, it looks good. But in terms of like mass release Spawn figures, this is probably the worst one.
Oh,
it's the Manga Spawn.
That's still peg warming my GameStop, and I look at it every time I go into the store. I'm like, do I want this thing because it's there? And every time I'm like, no.
I'm so glad we're at the point with wired capes because I'm sure I've seen some customs on this. The sculpts there, but as a mass release figure, this was probably one of the worst ones.
Like in reality, that is a decent figure if you painted that up.
If you paint it, but as it is now, like as stock, like it's not.
Yeah. Claudia likes that one.
So
that's the thing.
Let me catch up real quick. Well, let me just say hi. My homie Jager is always there with the drops. Sorry. Jesus, I'm gonna buy Mezco. 78. Have fun with your George Costanza Batman. Sorry, I got to catch a big miss on including the shield with that figure. He's talking about the
medieval one. Yeah,
don't give Todd ideas. Okay, so yeah, he's Bjorn Barons. Okay, all right, I'm catching up. Sorry, Todd will probably charge us for the figure stand. Now you gave him idea.
It's weird they didn't give medieval his shield. Like that's part of his look for me. I don't know about you.
Wait for the gold label release. No.
Yeah.
25. Okay, yeah. I think that's what mine is. 25 shipping. Pack, you ain't a real fan. Sign 3. I already have an autograph version. It came with this manga Spawn. That is trash. Okay, here. Get out of here. I actually love manga Spawn. The details crazy good. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I'm sure there's definitely sculpt there, Claudio. It's just, where is it? Let me zoom in. Just as it is, it's just it looks sculpts there. It just as a stock.
And he keeps doing that with like the page punchers too, where it's like a beautiful sculpt, and then it's like super vibrant orange and nothing else.
Oh no.
Or the Ghost of Krypton figures as well, right? Like I don't know.
Okay,
what were you gonna say?
Let me hold on one second. Let me go grab it real quick.
I wish they would do Tiffany because we can't get Angela. Yeah. They need to start doing more angels. Shame about Angela.
So you're talking about the page punchers one. Real quick. What up, Boncho? This is Ayo. All right, so the recent page punchers is actually that's not bad. There's weathering on the emblem there.
He's okay. That's the thing about Todd. He listens. Like I said earlier, like he listens. Yeah. This
is. I mean, spoilers. I don't care if you guys don't watch it, but like this was my number one for the year so far for DC Multiverse stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's reminiscent. Me and the homies on the DC Multiverse Society podcast.
Yeah.
We talk about how like this is reminiscent of year one of McFarlane when they were doing like insane sculpts like year one with the Dark Knight's Metal stuff. This kind of reminds me of that, you know?
Yeah, I get it. At the end of that, again, the sculpts are always beautiful to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like Elvin's the opposite. But I like the sculpts. It's just I have to choose a scale and a line because it's at the end of the day it comes down to money and space, right? Yeah. So there are figures in Todd's world that I love. I don't know, buy them.
Well,
Spawn I'm usually all in for. Like at least the Scorch team.
Talking about money and space. If you didn't spend $40 and each of those gargoyles in the back. I'm kidding, not kidding. Yeah, he said ghost.
You're not wrong though. But yeah, anyways.
Thick boy soups.
Did you get Val? What's his name? Valzad? No, you're just good with Superman.
Yeah, I might get what's his name, Brainiac, because it looks pretty gnarly. Also, there we go.
Speaking of him, that guy.
Get ready for some more ill. Yeah, there you go.
That's gonna be the Superman in the next movie. Superman's his boy. Like you love Superman.
Jagger, that video came out like 2 months ago, man. Okay, what were we talking about this one? Okay, oh yeah, because I went on a tangent about this one. I was not a fan of this. Like, just if it was painted better, I'm sure I probably would have appreciated it more.
Yeah,
but yeah, okay.
That's the thing when it comes to hidden though.
Certain ones lack
certain ones. Yeah, I have to specify, not all. Certain ones.
But I also don't want to seem like an apologist. I know what you're talking about. That's not the Gorilla Grodd mega figure could have used a lot more paint on the shoulder pads because it was just straight up tang orange.
Craft. Yeah, I was gonna say Kraft Singles cheese, but it's tang orange.
Yeah. Sculpts there's that one lacked paint. Okay, so you said you got black. You're not gonna get both, man. Come on.
No, the fact all you had to do is say that, and I considered it, shows how good it looks to me. But no, just the black one's fine.
Come on, man. Real chains, magnets.
Yeah, I'll still get those with my dark black one.
But you know what I like on this one though? I don't know. Some dude was like on a tangent about. He commented on one of my old Spawn videos. I did a comparison.
Yeah.
I didn't like how the neck and the head were connected when you moved it. Well, yeah, I mean it works for certain like imports because they cut it off right here.
Yeah.
But that Kickstarter Spawn, they cut it right here. So when you move the head, it's like a plate just hanging off like that.
Like the joints, like it doesn't line up.
Yeah,
like it could have been a ball, like a dumbbell joint that the neck plugs into.
Yeah.
Spherical. Don't make it like a rigid angle that it looks like for the reason you're saying, right? That made me not want a head swap.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad with this one. It's just a straight up head swap. Like it's just a head sculpt now. It's not one piece connected to the neck, you know?
Good.
And I like the pliable helmets. Did you see you didn't see the video, right? When he was removing the helmets?
I did, and I saw the armor pieces were magnetized.
Yeah, that's pretty
I liked
sick.
a lot.
Yeah. What is it? The 3-inch figure. Who's that? A wild elven appears. I have that. What do you say? What's up? Anatoly Bali says, I have that manga spawn.
Oh,
Change the cape with a big red. Oh, okay. Cool.
it's the it comes with a comic book. So the Mandarin and the Freak were 3-inch figures. You know how Todd did the like 3-inch figures in a comic?
Oh yeah, I got this here. When I met the McFarlane event, they're giving this out. I'm glad I got the Spawn one.
Yeah. So there's another one as well with Mandarin and the Freak.
Okay. We still got. Anytime they do page punchers, they always release a bigger version. So I'm assuming we're gonna get.
I like that look more than
Redeemer.
I took his wings off because the thing couldn't balance on its own. But this one, yeah, Redeemer.
Did yours have weak ankle joints too?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine did. Somebody told me to use. I forgot what it was on there.
No, actually, my ankle joints are fine. It was just the wings made it top heavy.
Did you customize that too? Let me see.
No, there was no need for it. Like they didn't make him. They didn't make him mustard. Maybe I'll do a wash, like a dark to bring out the texture. But
I just wish they would have reused Sky Tyrant's wings, the Batman Who Laughs, because those had articulated hinges on the wings.
I hate his wings so much. Like this guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish they would have.
They should have did what you just said and gave him the articulated one. Same with Reaper.
Yeah, wait, is that the same wings as Reaper's?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, like this here. Let me share my tab here. Like this one, I regret selling this because I was like, oh, I need one Batman Who Laughs. And I never kept the wing. I should have kept this one because it hinges right here. All right. Okay, so I know which is here's the tier accessories, or where is it at? Also, shout outs to Plastic RG for the awesome photography work on these.
Oh, he
killed it, man. Let's see, I'm gonna scroll up here to see where you're not gonna get one of these plaques.
I have 3, so it doesn't matter. I could just swap out one of the other 3 that I have. What am I stockpiling plaques for at this point? I thought that too, though. Like I was like, oh, maybe I need a plaque, and I'm like, no, I don't. I have several.
Yeah, mine's blue because it came with Manga Spawn. But also, I have his autograph from like the event thing. He signed that. Yeah,
I have some comics. Like I don't need any more of his signatures. With all due respect, like I'm not paying.
Was this what you're talking about? 78. So the pose head sculpt kind of because that damn collar cape. Oh yeah, because it's kind of blocking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I'm wondering if it's removable, like if it's also magnetized.
It is because he.
Oh thank God. Okay, cool.
In his backyard video, he was showing off the like. Unless at the last minute he just decides to glue them all on, but
no, it's already in production. There's no way they're gonna change it up now. Could you imagine it just like he ends up being just glued in the back of it?
So we removed the magnets and we just decided to go with the crazy road.
Oh, what's up, Chris Allen? Thank you. I said the cape is removable. Thanks.
Yeah, see? He showed it off. He's playing with it.
But not Hawkman. Yeah. The collector edition. I thought you meant the movie one from Black Adam. He says, are you guys going to talk about McFarlane and Tire Show?
Just because you asked that, next Monday I'm going to pepper the whole toy segment with just McFarlane stuff.
And like, do you like
past and present and the future of? It's gonna be a Todd segment.
A celebration of yeah. Do any of the because the accessories are They're cool. I'm probably gonna pose them with like maybe 1 or 2. I don't really like. I don't know. It's cool that it's good. But if it hits all the unlock
small locks. I'm looking at
this one,
like on the and then his broadsword because.
Oh, actually, the maze looks kind of cool.
Like honestly, I'm just gonna keep swapping every couple weeks.
I do like the magnetized plate shields.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's gonna freak because I know
I'm gonna keep it classic and do the silver chest plate.
Come on, man. No. I'm gonna throw people off. I'm gonna put the blue one on the black figure, just to like.
You don't deserve the figure. If you do that, I'm gonna be so upset with you.
Why? just to like ruin the aesthetics of it.
Yeah, I would absolutely hate that.
Oh man.
I backed this when it first went up, got the 3-pack auto limited. Yeah, which one sold out? The most expensive one sold out. I saw that earlier.
Here, let's. So it's the one with all the signatures.
Basically, the whatever. I don't know what it comes with actually. What does it say?
Okay,
Back this project
support. Okay, here I'm going through the things on the side here.
Premium 3-pack, hand signed autographs, nameplates.
What?
Autograph plastic blue.
700 backers for this?
Yeah, it's done. It says reward no longer available.
That's wild. Okay.
See, at first I was like, I have time, and then I saw that one said no longer available. So it's
not left. Yeah.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't wait, and I'll just go back to the black one.
Yeah, take that, guy. So I think I'm like a fanboy. I didn't get this one. Okay, I didn't. Look at this ad. It said 700 looks. This guy. That sold out in less than an hour. That's crazy.
Actually, yeah. What does that say? What sword does that come with?
Which one?
The green one. Oh, it's not in that image. I clicked on back. Yeah, there it is. What is that one?
Large sword trilogy. Okay.
Oh no, whatever. It's ugly. I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't give a crap.
I'm trying to think because I know there's other Spawn figures that had large swords.
Yeah, but as soon as it says like trilogy, as soon as it says exclusive, I get FOMO. But then I realize I don't care about that sword, so I don't really feel that bad. Like as long as he comes with a huge broadsword, then I'm fine. And he does.
Is that like because my friend recently got me a Dreamcast. I know there's a Spawn game, and he said Medieval Spawn uses a big ass sword. I'm assuming that's like that.
Yes. In the Devil's Hand. I remember because I used to play that game a lot. Where it's just like a battle royale, and you pick your character, and you go into an arena and kill each other. I love that game.
Dang.
He got 2 3-packs.
What?
Joshua.
Oh, what's up, Joshua? Got 2 3. Bless you, man. Got 2 of them. Damn. The large sword also comes with the Oh, okay. So there you go, dude. There's still time. You can get the go ahead and pledge this right now.
No, I'm okay. I'm all right. just one for me. Thank you.
Yeah, because I looked at this. I was like, do I really need a grayscale? Like, I'm not gonna paint it. What am I gonna do with this?
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh yeah, so this also comes with autograph. Yeah. How many? Let's see which one got more, the blue one or the black one got more backers. Let's see. Blue one got 1,600.
Okay, black got
900.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
People, when it comes to Spawn, people are all about the classic. Like me, I like the modern locate Spawn with the gauntlet and stuff. But people love the just original look of him. Same goes for Medieval, I guess. I was rereading his issues today just to get in the mood.
And what did it do for you?
It's like, oh wow, this is so 90s. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Do you think, because this was part of the original, do you think they're going to revisit all the ones from that wave? Like they're going to do a Cygor, they're going to do a, who else was part of that? Overkill?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't
know. Actually, I don't think Overkill would be a good Kickstarter. I don't think that'd be a good Kickstarter at all. I think he's going to strictly pick spawns, like hell spawns.
Yeah, because I think those are going to be hard sells for a Kickstarter, man. Like 100. Like, can you imagine like how many backers needed to back a freaking Cygor? So you just buy the retail release.
Yeah, no one's paying money. No one's backing a Cygor. No one's buying. With all due respect. Would you?
Get this guy.
Who invited him? That's what.
That just looked great. That's still doing great figures. How many times we? No. So I've been saying I want platinums to go back to grayscale figures.
Why?
Just so people can stop chasing these and hoarding them. Because okay, I was working on a video. I think I told you months ago when I was on your podcast. I was going to work on a video about like the platinum thing and my honest opinion about it. Like, I'm not really a fan of them, man. Like, I don't agree that these platinums should be platinums. You know what I mean? They should be just normal releases.
It was bad when they did like the exact same figure with an unmasked head.
Yeah,
that bothered me
because the cost of getting, like, who was it? I think Catwoman had 3 gold label releases, and it was like an unmasked, half masked, full mask, and it's like at that cost you could have already got like an import version of it, you know,
exactly,
or the Batman version. Yeah,
Blue Beetle made me the most, because I like Blue Beetle with his like pincers on his scarab sticking up. So the movie one, you either had to buy the wing version to get those and the extra hands, or the ones with the blaster and sword.
Well, to be fair,
there's no to be fair.
To be fair, you still got no accessories with those 2 individual releases.
Man.
Okay, do you feel the same way with that Wolverine release that just came out with Deadpool?
Which one?
The movie one, because you got 2 versions of Logan. So you have.
I always think that's dumb. I always think that's stupid.
I'm just doing mental gymnastics.
No, you're right though. Like, so they always do this where they make a figure based on the concept art, and then the movie releases, and then they release the proper looking version in a 2-pack.
Yeah,
I hate that. It's dumb.
This guy, man. People are hoarding Spawn.
Hey, sold out in 9 minutes. Like, it was back to 9 minutes. Back to 9 minutes.
Let's also preface this though. Like, I'm not gonna realistically. Elvin is like he was all in on when Todd got the DC license, right? He wasn't the best, so it's like he has some room to talk. He put his money where his mouth is. He invested in the DC line when they first came out.
That being said, as much hate as he throws, these things always, like, people are always asking, I can't get this. I sold out. I can't find it. Despite what anyone thinks about DC figures and Todd's marketing, they sell out.
And I'm gonna have to hit you. It seems Canada has
yeah. Canada I always tell you, if you need any, like, let me know and I'll try to find.
It's funny because I saw a CMD store has like Adam West Batman in stock, and like everyone in the US here is like going to multiple Walmarts and just hoarding all of them. It's like,
which one? Because I saw that one and I saw the like Japanese one as well.
Batman, man, I'm not. It's Adam West one, the one with the wired cape. Yeah. I probably have to get that one just to go with the movie Batman.
Yeah.
Back to this figure. Thanks, Chris Allen. The details and fan of the search. Which is also, so how do you feel about the price? $58. Do you think it's just like it's worth the price point?
How much was this guy?
Which one? Monolith was 50.
Hey, there you go. Like this is a deluxe figure. This is a deluxe figure basically, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
This thing's magnetized armor parts, alternate weapons, alternate head sculpts. Like, it's a deluxe figure basically, and the price reflects that. So I have no problem with this price.
Yeah. And I shout out to former Lost Cause Collector. Shout out to Johnny Number Cinco, because I see his comments on there. He said, why don't they ever try to go pinless? This would have been a nice one to try to see them go pinless with, their the Kickstarter Spawn, but pins are there. And I say that because, have you seen this? Because I know Mr. Freeze is pinless by way of covering. This is Cyborg Superman. This is an actual pinless figure, like pinless arm joint.
It's interesting they made him, who could have gotten away with pins.
But I'm saying, like,
yeah.
So
they can do it.
They can do it. It's just I don't. But pins don't make or break a figure for me.
Oh yeah, they don't bother me really.
It would be cool though if they did implement it on the Kickstarter, like that was like the catalyst for doing just aesthetics. Claudio says, I'm with you, Pack. Unfortunately, artist proof are only for Warhammer figures now. I wish they were for DC Multiverse ones so people wouldn't hoard those platinums. He says, "Are you looking for any McFarlane figures? I can make D get them for you."
I always offer anyway, so.
He says it's worth it to me considering the details amount of accessories included premium patch. Yeah, the presentations, like if you look at, you had your boxes in the corner. I think the presentation is always nice. Like,
yeah,
do you remember that Kickstarter came with the shipping box and then another box and then cardboard inserts to make sure the box doesn't get damaged?
It was like those Russian dolls. I brought that term, but it's like I pulled one out and then I liked it. I don't care.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's bad for the economy, but like the smell and the joy I had, just like, oh shit.
It was like a shoe. It was like a sneaker, like a premium sneaker box. So as long as it ships like that, then yeah, I get the 25, whatever shipping is. I just wish you can bundle the shipping together, because I shouldn't have to pay 2 separate shippings for if I'm buying a Kickstarter. You know, it's going to the same place.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right about that.
I'm hoping it ships in December, not January. It's going to be hard though with Christmas or the holidays.
We'll see.
Because
he seemed to be excited about like the speed that he was boasting about.
This is probably already in like production right now. Where does it say? Because it says like if it hits its goal, it'll be here in January or something like that. I read it somewhere and I'm like, that's insane. But I mean, like what was announced recently that just came out, I think those new collector editions were just announced like 2 months ago or a month ago, and it's already out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I give them that also. Their shipping is insane. It tends to line up with movies, unlike some other, properties. But I think that's just with the studios. Jaeger says McFarlane Toys got the memo about the Chase Platinum, but we'll wait and see. Huh. Have a good night, gents. I'm going to go open this guy.
Yeah, stuff you stockpile that haven't touched in years, probably.
Dude named every single company. He said Mofex, SHF, Mezco, Hasbro, Neck Toys.
That means he has a problem. He has a whole bunch of stuff he has to open. It has it.
This guy. I'm trying to look at this.
There. What's up, Dart?
What's up? Dude over here. A&R Universe. Let's see. I'm mentioning pins. I watched one of the videos, Bobby Valla. Force. He said one of the factories that's making his toys also makes McFarlane toys. Oh, really? It's not that hard to get platinum, but also something hard to get exclusive. It'd be easy for him to just put it on his website and make it made to order if he needs to. Yeah, but my concern with that is if it's made to order, we're not going to get it as fast as we get these other ones. It's going to be like super distribution or Mezco.
When did they announce like their rookie and whatever his name is? We can't really see it because today at GameStop they had
let me see
the James Gordon and the
what's up? Take care. Go ahead, put it up my bag. Put it up again. You're talking about
the 2-pack. When did they announce this? You can't even see it. It's on the phone. But I saw it today because I was asking if anyone needs it. Like I feel like what he says is correct. They're already on the way to shelves when he announces that who said that? Joshua said it. When he announces they're already on a boat and on their way here. So sometimes we get an announcement and they're already sometimes on the shelves. So that seems to be the case. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate Hasbro's in 9 months, you're going to get this figure. I would prefer they do it the Todd method. I hate hyping things up like that. I don't know about you.
I kind of, the movies frustrate me, but I think that has to do with the studios because it's like I think movie figures should line up with the movies, you know what I mean? Or around the time or a month before to get the hype going, because it seems to me what happens is they're doing these legacy figures as a buffer before we get the actual ones because, Disney's probably really private about they don't want to share stuff.
That's why we get figures based on concept art opposed to what they actually look like on screen.
That's why it's like it sucks at a concept event. I love that time during Infinity War and Endgame when like we were looking for figures for clues, like, oh, this is the suit that leaked in the China, like in the factory in China, like this is the toy that leaked and this is what it's gonna look like.
People got desperate and started looking at Funko Pops, like, look, Hulk's busting out of the Hulkbuster armor. And that never happened in the movie at all.
I was so mad they took that out. But those were like fun times to be like a fan because it's like you always wanted it because they were so secretive about that stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of annoying. It's like, can we just please get something that lines up with it?
Yeah.
That's why I got the ZD Toys Wolverine.
I saw people really like how big is that thing?
It's 1/10 scale.
Yeah,
I wonder
okay.
why. No, I got it because I got a ZD Toys back then, but it was a Professor Hulk, and it was really limited in movement. I'm hoping it's improved now.
Yeah. They seem to be better. I saw someone did a review with the ZD Toy Wolverine, and they did an arm swap, like they bare armed it, and he was posing it just fine. So
I'm not going to do that because I'm not talented.
I mean, no, but like it moved good. Like
it's pinless too, but again, it doesn't make or break. We're talking about distribution, right? It's on the boat. Joshua says we don't have to wait 3 to 9 months. Yeah, but I think if it's just made to order, I think that would delay a lot.
I'll be right back if you don't mind.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, 1 second.
You're good. 78 says, yeah, Lego Leaks was a good way to spec on Marvel. Yeah, do you remember they had that for Spider-Man? What the hell? No Way Home. There was like all these things they thought was going to happen, and they had Lego, like Marvel characters included in there that never even showed up in the movie. He says, before I can make pinless phase, wondering why you haven't tried it yet. I don't know. That's interesting. They use the same factory, though. All right. I know I asked for people that just jumped in and just started watching, which one did you all back, or are you going to back if you haven't backed it yet? Like I mentioned, I backed the blue edition and the black version as well. I kind of want to double up now and get 2 just in case. Let's see. It's backtracking some of these. All right, since we started, it was at here. Let's refresh it, see what it's at now. Damn. How many backers do y'all think is this going to get to by... There's still 29 days left to go. I think this is going to finish at 4 million.
I heard you talking. Why do you want to double up? For what purpose?
Oh, just to have another one, just one to rock and one to stock.
You know what? No judgment.
Sometimes what? Do you not do that or no?
I used to do it. That's why no judgment.
Only certain figures.
Yeah.
Like the Nightwing figure from they reissued those animated series figures.
Didn't you hate those? Like the quality, maybe it was just the Build-A-Figure. Maybe it's Condiment King that you hated.
No, I hated the cell shading on the animated series. The New Adventures, because the New Adventures line, there's no cell shading at all.
Okay. I still have my original Batman from like years ago. I was like, well, maybe I should and I have Red Hood. I like that one a lot.
Yeah,
the Todd's animated Red Hood.
Yeah, that one's nice.
I like it.
That's one of the best ones, I think. The new 52 version.
Oh, I have that one, but I have his animated one too, like the New Adventures of Batman Red Hood.
Oh, that one. That was like the last of DC collectibles before they shut down. Yeah, that was nice. And the cell shading blends well with it, but I think they are improving because I showed it a while back. Wave 2, there's no cell shading on the face. Thank God.
Yeah, good.
The suit's still there, but it's not as prominent as it was in Wave 1. Thank God.
The original ones, when it was, I don't know, was it considered DC Essentials? I don't know what it was considered at the time, but when they did
DC Direct,
yeah, when it was just matte, like no shine, just straight like solid colors, no cell shading. I like that more.
I like them, and I asked people that, did you have those or no?
I have Batman still.
Weren't they like brittle though? Like the plastic. I know people don't like.
Mine's fine. Mine holds up.
I know people don't like this plastic. They don't like this plastic because it's too shiny.
See, I have the original one, so not this one. Is this one brittle? Is this one fine?
No, but that's the thing. This plastic, and I've talked to people that have the OG ones. They're like,
yeah,
you can feel the difference in the plastic. So, looks like this.
Yeah,
the plastic's better. They said because they don't break at the joint like at the ankles like the other ones did. Like those are super brittle apparently.
I know the DC Essentials had gummy plastic, So over time, when you start to move them,
Break,
it's the translucent plastic. So it's translucent, and then they paint over top of it. As soon as I see translucent plastic, I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Especially domestic figures.
Wasn't some of Super 7 stuff like that? Like some of their, they like clear on some of them.
And they had air bubbles.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think it was maybe Johnny. His had air bubbles, so it just came broken in transit.
Damn.
Yeah.
I asked earlier how many people got. 78 said probably just under 4. Dang. You get 4? 78, when are you going to do a dial for Spawn?
You could fudge that Grayskull castle he's working on. Just any gothic thing you just could use.
Felt bad. I asked him because you know how he had the rooftop, the OG one? I think it was I forgot what number it was, but
that one?
Yeah. Okay, let me zoom in. Yeah.
Up there with my turtles.
That looks nice because I wanted it for my animated, because I'm all in on the animated series stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, do you ever reissue old ones? He's like, no, once it's gone. So I know he's doing a new one with a rooftop.
It's that would be the turtle one?
No. It's okay. It's like it has a giant. I think it has one with the. Let's look up 78's page because I don't want to mess it up or butcher it.
Okay. But he is doing the the remix version of his turtle building he did before. I saw that. I saw that. You're talking about that one.
Thank God I'm not in on turtles. But it's this one right here.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, this one I might have to go in because I would like to post Batman on the rooftop. You know what I mean?
Honestly, like it just works for so many characters. It
does.
Yeah, dude. I normally lay the pros and cons. I'm just telling you to buy it. Just go buy the thing. like there's no hesitation. Yeah,
because I missed out on the other one. I like the other one too. Yeah. Wait, can you still see me or no?
I can see you.
All right, so I got some messages from Streamlabs. Your browser's lost connection. Your screen share audio. I don't know what to play this. Claudio says he got the 3-pack, about the premium 3-pack. I only want the one autograph nameplate. That way I won't feel bad opening the other two. He called that oil spill Batman.
The animated one?
Yeah, one of my homies called this the pen exploded in his pocket.
As much as I hate Hasbro cell shading, that one is equally bad.
It took
to me.
But then they do stuff like this now that's like mix up for the wire. Cool. Yeah. A dial for Spawn. Yeah, why not, man? Make the back.
It doesn't even have to be Spawn. Just make a gothic church or something, and it is.
Make the back alley. Remember, like in the animated series where he just like murked dudes.
His kingdom, and then he'd use them in his throne, like his just random skulls and body parts.
I gotta ask though, because you have his dial, so they work for 1/10 scale, right? It doesn't look too small. What do you got on there? Turtles?
I have turtles, of course. But...
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay,
you can fake it.
All right, cool. 78. I just. I love the OG.
Listen, I don't normally say this, but if you don't buy 78 stuff, you're stupid. Not you, just people in general.
No, I'm stupid because I missed out on. No, I'm not.
I'm being sarcastic. Like it's your money. You do whatever you want.
He had no. He had. Oh, I remember this one because I remember seeing it on Lost Cause. The one he had for 150, and I was like, I should have ordered that. Where is it at? I'm scrolling through 78 stuff here. Let's share this tab.
My favorite is still the Cyberpunk back alley, or whatever you want to call it. Looks good in black light. Go up a bit.
What?
A little bit more, like that. That could work for a Spawn setting. The Batman one, that one too. They were that one too.
This one, yeah, the Nocturnal layer. Where was it at though? I regret not getting that. It's got the bat cycle on this one.
See, that works too.
Maybe that's the next Kickstarter for Spawn vehicles. Yeah, see, I regret not picking up because I didn't know about this back then. That Dio. Yeah. Where is it at? I'm tripping. It came out last year.
Which one are you talking about?
Is it the City Ruins? No. Yeah, it is. Isn't it?
I have the City Ruins one.
Yeah, it's this one, right? Because I remember this was
Oh, I
like,
have that. Yeah, that's cool. I
yeah, I
have that one.
regret not getting this. I was stupid for not picking that up because that was going for like he said 150, and I was like, maybe. Then I was
I
like,
don't even remember. I was just like, click, because
yeah, I regret not picking this up.
it's good for my Joes. I have my what's his name now?
Damn. Yeah.
Bloodshot. Like, it looks cool. You can use it for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So never reissuing this, right?
He might remix him.
Remix it, yeah.
You should put the seed in his ear.
Oh no, wait. I gotta find something real quick because I had an idea. Like now it's like this should be the next Kickstarter. Where is it at? This should be this. The Spawn car.
It reminds me of that monster truck, the Dark Knight's Metal monster truck.
The Batmo Beast.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear him? I'll do a different version.
See?
No, wait, because Claudio said there was a Spawn. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. They should do this, man, right here. This should be the next Kickstarter. The Spawn Alley playset, because I remember the car came out of the garage. 78.
I don't know why, but this makes me think of Ghostbusters. Just like the vibrant colors doesn't make me think of Spawn, like at all. It's.
Could you imagine like what kid would? Because this was based on the comics or the animated series.
Yeah,
it's just 4 and up.
That's where he murdered people.
This is the alley where you can kill us. Yeah, this is what should be the next Kickstarter right here. Spawn Alley.
Honestly, if they like darken that up, like it'd be a dio, and people would probably buy that.
Yeah,
and then it has a little spot for the throne from the deluxe figure
on like the top. Yeah, that should be. What's this one? Oh, loose. Yeah, this is what it looked like. See, there's nice weathering on here.
Yeah,
you could say they were doing 78s, doing modern day Spawn.
McFarlane paved the way for 78 to thrive in this industry.
Just straight up says water.
I like him. Someone spray painted Spawn Alley.
I know. I would be in it for this if they did a 110 scale version of this. I wonder what other playsets they had. Spawn playsets. Okay, it's just this one.
It's just that.
Damn.
It was a one and done. They realized that. No, wait, go back up. Final Battle playset.
Where is that?
Right there with Violator. That was from the movie, I think.
Oh, that's not really a.
Yeah, it counts.
It's as much as the back as the Diamond Select one is. I mean, yeah, those are good. You know what they have? Like, my buddy Claudio opened it up. The Terminator, like the OG, like the Staction figures. They have like a lot of accessories and details inside there. Like there was like a coffin.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Oh, he puts all his guns in and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this one? Oh, it's Todd the Artist. What is this?
It was
the bum, right? He's like Todd.
Yeah, he was the cameo. He ran off like a coward.
Yeah. Oh, so they just retold this figure and made Todd the Artist. Okay, that makes sense. It's only $30. He said Spawn torture chamber playset.
Basically, that's what it was. Ages 4 and up.
Yeah. So if you're listening, McFarlane Toys, make this next.
I think they're gonna do Gunslinger next.
You think so? What else is there? You have Gunslinger Death. Let's pull it up real quick. What's there to do for a Kickstarter for him, man?
It's more detailed.
There's no soft goods, Cape. It's gonna be another.
You don't think so? I think soft goods.
Let's see.
He doesn't look like this anymore, so I think they'll give you alternate heads again. They made him look more like a bandit in the comic, like he has a bandana over his eyes.
Okay.
Um,
Which
you
just
don't
looks like
think
Panda Spawn then.
you don't think he would you don't think he'd do soft goods?
I don't think so. I, for this,
Because
for
they did boomerang. They did do boomer with soft goods and Bane.
they do, and this is my just what I think. I don't think because I don't think he's obviously he doesn't sculpt every DC figure. I don't think he has as much input. Like he doesn't put as much attention to some of these other figures.
Yeah.
I think if it's his baby, I think he would stick to just strictly sculpted stuff. Like the closest we get to an actual like
Oh,
top.
I suppose you're right because he wants to just do like a modernized version of the classics, so he wouldn't stray too far from that. What did what did this classic gunslinger look like?
Let's see. Was he released in? Hey, what's up, Serena Games guy? The OG Gunslinger Spawn.
Yeah, I guess it's basically what we have now.
Like 80 tabs open, I'll spawn. Oh yeah, it's just what we have now. It's this action figure right here. 2005. Damn.
Because if you look at his gunslinger spawn, type in modern. Unless you want spoilers, it should be like the first image. So the third picture at the top, they changed his. Yeah, so he looks different now. If they did do, they're either going to re-release him as a single retail pack like this, or if they were to do a Kickstarter, I don't know. I think they're just going to go through all of their classic figures. So 78 said they can't do Angela anymore, so maybe Tiffany.
I don't know, man. I think
it's hard. Like I don't think they're just going to stop at 2. And I think Hellspawns are his biggest selling point.
Okay, here's my prediction.
Okay.
I think they're going to do Tortured Souls next. And it's going to be Kickstarter. I don't think they're. I think they're going to stop at 2 because I think whatever record this breaks, I think they want to keep it at that because then if they have another Kickstarter, it's not as successful as this one. You know what I mean? Because those were the two main ones. Is Gunslinger? Because you're more well versed with the Spawn lore. Is Gunslinger up there with medieval and classic Spawn in terms of popularity?
Currently, because of his solo run, in my opinion, like they gave him his own comic, so he's drawing more attention than medieval because medieval is just a side character right now, appearing in the Scorched. Like he didn't warrant enough popularity to get his own run.
Oh, really?
Everything that happened before, like he has a Witchblade run from the 2000s, like medieval and Witchblade, but ongoing currently, no, he's just a background character.
Okay, so
he's cool and all, like he's useful. It's just he does it like he got a new costume, he got an ongoing comic. He's a main character in his own comic. Medieval is just the muscle, I guess. On
so
the team.
This is kind of, does Monolith have more of a presence than him?
Surprisingly, he got his own comic too, but it's just a mini.
Yeah.
And I don't it'd be like a Martian Hellspawn. I don't quite understand what his purpose is. I thought like you're straying too far away from like paranormal activity and demons and angels. Now you're getting alien Hellspawns. That's a little weird to me.
I wonder, is that in recent runs, like in the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's this year.
I'm wondering if they're kind of playing into like that Spider-Verse stuff because variants and all that stuff.
It
but
is, and
doing it first though. Like Spawn was like the first to do something like that.
Oh, I have no idea. Like they always did. Like the '90s Spider-Man did that. The upcoming Jonah Hex figure has cloth goods.
That's it.
If they did do a medieval, it would probably come with a horse again. Since you don't think they would do. Oh, sorry, Gunslinger. You don't think they'd do soft goods?
No, just
because he's sturdy.
You sure? No, just because I feel like the art preference or his style would be still sculpted stuff.
Okay.
I think as close as we got to a Batman that he personally, obviously it's Todd McFarlane design bat, was this one. I don't really like. I think this
Yeah.
is as close as you get to like a Todd input on a Batman figure. Like he made his versions, like he made the year 2 Batman, which is the one he drew, but like
I love the cape on that.
year 2.
I think
Yeah,
no, it's not.
Oh yeah, it was. You could get 2. You can either use the sculpted one that's like a statue, or that was cool. Yeah, but in terms of like Todd, like design stuff, like, I think he still sticks with what do you call it? Sculpted. I don't think this dude would have soft goods.
Okay, fair enough.
I hope I'm wrong though, because if that's the case, maybe I'd cop it.
No, you raise a good point because so far both of his Kickstarters have sculpted capes in a very specific pattern that don't let you modify them. Like we're lucky that this one's magnetized, basically.
What if it's glued in again, bro?
Yeah. we had to make some changes last minute.
Oh man,
we decided to glue all of the pieces on.
But then again, like the year 2 one had a soft goods cape. That was like their first one. It was like it was before the wiring though.
Yeah.
But
overall, you are happy with the Kickstarter in general. Like you have no gripes or issues with it.
No, and that's because I'm a fan, But the thing is, like, I don't know. I think it's for me. I think it's like somebody also mentioned in the comment. I think price points warranted. Like you just said, you compared Monolith. Monolith was like it was $50. This is $58. It's way better paint applications, way better sculpt.
Yeah, you generally you could have told me that was die cast, and I would have believed you.
I thought it was when I was at San Diego Comic-Con. I was like, it's like, oh, that's dope. It's die cast, and they're like, no, it's plastic. It's like, to get that aesthetic or like have it resemble like die cast, and it's not as cool.
Yeah,
because I'm sure if this was die cast, it would have been way more.
I'm thankful it's not for the reason you just said.
But to get that sort of like look to it, to make it look like die cast, it's pretty impressive.
There was a point where, like, I guess like a year ago, I told myself I wouldn't get the Kickstarter because I was fine with the retail. Yeah, but looking at this, it's beautiful.
Was it the FOMO?
No, I just like it. Like it's not even a FOMO thing. I genuinely want to support this Kickstarter.
Yeah, I do too. I wonder. The only thing I'm noticing, there's no base plate.
His boot will hold him up. It's fine. Use one of the 97 other ones.
Because what did it say on the first Kickstarter? Because I remember when I got that base plate, I'm like, what is it? It's like record breaking. I think that's what it said, or like remastered.
Oh, on the actual like around the ring of it.
Yeah, what did it say? Let's see if I can find it. Because it came with a little plate that said something on there. It was like record breaking something. I wonder if it's going to happen with this one again too. Oh, here it is. I'm going to show you. Can't really see it, but it said like it's like 1994 to 2020 or something like that.
Okay, so put the year of the success. I love that sword.
The Kickstarter one, the old Spawn.
The old Spawn, yeah.
Did you care for like the single joints on that and all that? Like, okay, how were you on that figure? Like, did you like it or no?
I had some gripes, but I like that I have it.
What's one of the gripes?
The cape being the way it is and not removable. The torso thing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, after looking, I understand what he was doing. Like he just basically modernized his classic figure. Because if you stray too far from that, you're just getting the MK11 Spawn. Yeah,
I do wish though, like, I think the criticism was warranted about this torso.
Yeah.
Are those the base plates falling?
Oh yeah, it rolled right off.
I can hear it because I throw that in all my videos, and I was like, I know that sound.
You're on point, man. Yeah, that was exactly what it was. It came up. She's spun. I wish it wasn't like turned. Like give him a neutral. I give him a neutral stance.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up? I've always seen this name in other live streams. Obi-Wan Chingones. What's up, brother? He says new sub here. Thanks for joining, man. I think he'll kickstart a Violator with Clown or Violator and Malboja next. He's already released Gunslinger 3 times already. I guess
we didn't get a Malboja at all, have we?
No.
Only Violator.
Yeah.
Actually, okay.
That'd be a good idea to get villains with it. Actually, that might be something he probably would do. Probably better plastic use. Better plastic use with better sculpting work. Yeah. Have like bloody variants included in the Kickstarter. That'd be a good one. Did you get any of those? Did you get Violator or
I keep looking at him, and I'm like, no, I don't want this. For no, just like he looks good. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I just wanted the spawns.
Yeah, I didn't get them either, but I heard like they had issues standing them up.
He is a big boy.
Yeah.
Like it's not the lean Violator. It's his. He got an upgrade.
He's yeah, he took steroids.
Yeah.
Did this is what tripped me out about this Kickstarter one, the first one. There's a thigh cut right there, man. Do you know that? Like the random thigh cut?
There wasn't on the other one either.
Which one?
The retail one.
No, there wasn't, but there is one on this.
On which? This?
Yeah, it's right below the
Oh, I clearly didn't play with it enough because I didn't think it would.
Yeah, I remember watching reviews like, hold on, that can't be true. And I looked at him like, whoa, there's a thigh. Why is there a thigh cut on here?
It's even weirder because he only has one thigh cut.
Just one, yeah. I think actually I'm looking at this now. I think my chains got rusted because I have a picture of it. I'm like, man, why is mine brown?
That's what Spawn's gritty though. I have to remind myself that. Like when I'm painting these dudes, I'm like, I need to add some blood splatter or something onto his shield because he's a little too clean still.
Let me see it where on that. Yeah.
Like I need to add some like blood splats.
Use food coloring.
I will. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, looking at this makes me want to bust out the figure again. I wasn't happy with this part right here. Like the connect, like we talked about this earlier.
That's dumb.
That's the thing that kind of bothered me about it. Yeah, some dude, like again, like I'm happy people watch my old videos. My man had like a paragraph or something about like, well, actually, this is what import companies use it for. It's like, dude, it's cut weirdly, man. You can't tell me this.
What possible justification could you have for not being able to turn the neck? Like someone tried to justify it? No, well, I'm not hating on anyone. Like I'm not
no. I am, but thanks for commenting. No, he tried to come some passive. It's like, well, if you're used to Marvel Legends articulation, I understand why you don't like the neck joint. I was like, first of all, that's not what it is. It's because the way the neck joint was done wasn't like how imports do it, you know?
If you're used to Marvel Legends, I don't know, Superman has a neck joint where his collarbone doesn't shift with it. So I don't know what that other guy.
No, he was talking about, right? Yeah, he was just telling me like I was uninformed. It's like, dude, that's not what I was saying.
There's nothing. That's a statue deck. Period. That is meant to be a statue. You're not meant to turn it. That one there.
Having that movement, I don't disagree with. I like that, but the way it was cut was what my complaint was.
Yeah. I guess he misunderstood because I don't see anyone justifying having it sliced rigid and not smooth so you could turn it. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No, I agree. 78 says he still owes us the perfect Spawn. What are you talking about? It's right here.
78, you don't like the
This is still my favorite Spawn.
The Batman 2-pack one. You don't like that one? 78? What would be your ideal Spawn? Like cloth goods, an overflowing cape?
Me or 78?
78. I'm curious what he needs in order to be acceptable.
Dude, when you look at this, because I compared it to, I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same one. The Shadow of Spawn one, you can definitely tell less paint application because look at the OG ring.
Look at that red. Look at that red. The shadows. Which one's the one on the that one? What's that one?
Shadow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He said it can be better.
I mean, that applies to everything.
Yeah, man. This is the last one already. I should mod this though, because I've seen people like remove the joint right here and Dremel out the torso so you can get more crunch forward.
I'm not going there that hard. My Spawn doesn't crouch over. He just stands magnificently on my shelf.
You don't want him in Spider-Man poses?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Right, 78 is right though. Like they could be better. And he always makes improvements, but then does something weird.
like taking it a step back.
Yeah, like the throne one. He didn't have the textured body. He was smooth and jet black. Like when I picture Spawn, I picture jet black. And then he had the gauntlet.
Well, no.
But I'm used to the gauntlet wrapping around his whole hand.
Oh,
but that one, it was black for some reason.
Yeah, it stopped like right here. It wasn't fully around his arm.
Yeah. And I don't know why.
It was like, oh no, yeah, both of these have it wrapped around. The throne Spawn, there's some texturing in there, some sculpting.
Oh, is there? Okay.
But it's nothing like this one though, like not as detailed as this one.
Yeah. And some people prefer that. I don't mind that one. I like both for different reasons.
You really didn't like this one, though, huh?
I don't hate it. I just didn't need it. If I'm gonna get a classic looking Spawn, I'm going to get a classic looking Spawn. I don't know what that is supposed to be.
It's this one, right?
I don't know what that is supposed to be.
As close as we're gonna get, man.
Yeah, exactly. The Kickstarter is good for that.
But the thing is, I'm wondering if I have you tried removing these boots to see what is underneath? Because I would do that if it looked just like this. But I don't.
I've seen people cut it off.
Yeah.
They cut it off and put it on. I don't know why they did this too, because it's the same size. They put it on a Venom, like the MCU Venom. So they cut the boot off and then made their own Spawn with this Spawn's pieces. But at the end of the day, they still just have them on the shelf, and they're the same size basically. So unless you're gonna pose them up, I don't know. Some people just like the mod. I get it. It's therapeutic. It's therapeutic.
Just for the sake of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as mine goes, just head swaps. Actually, no, that's not true. I switched out the trunks and some of the, like the diaper piece on some of the Superman, so it doesn't look as So it looks like more like a classic Superman. You know that one that came out a couple months ago with the smiley face? I switched that off, dude. I took that off.
Thank you.
On there. Yeah,
Thank you. Thanks for fixing that thing. It was close. It was close, but that face wasn't good.
The blue's perfect. I just don't like the windswept cape on it though.
Like he needs to move almost as good as a Spidey. I think Batman may fix with upper thigh swivel.
I think that going back to what Dart's saying, because that makes me think of Sertati's going on that can make Spawn. Yeah, because it's his IP. Because you remember when that third-party company, it was like a 1/10 scale.
Yeah.
They made their version of Spawn, but they called it something else, and I think they immediately shut it down.
Oh, I didn't even. Okay, I saw. My comic store got one in.
Oh, nice. Well, they got it out before the.
They got one single. I didn't need it. I don't need an import version of Spawn because this one's good enough.
No, but it was like one. It was like no, it was 1/6 scale though.
It was like a hot toy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess they shut down pre-orders, but I guess they had some manufactured. But,
okay.
Yeah, but if they did, there you said 1/6 shut down. It did deliver though. If there was a company I'd like to see make a Spawn, probably Mofex, because they can do the wired soft goods.
The War Story, Immortal. The War Story, Immortal Hero. That's what they called it.
Yes, he was souped up too.
Yeah.
Let's see by that. Yeah, this Immortal Hero. Yeah.
There's 400 Canadian here.
So you're getting it?
No, it's sold out immediately because they only got one, so someone bought it.
Yeah, that's insane. He's even taller than normal 1/6. Yeah, it's crazy.
If you saw that, would you buy it?
No.
I don't need it.
I don't do 1/10 or 1/6 scale. Yeah. I tried to for a quick minute, and I was like, I can't afford this. Yeah. To be frank, not doing it wouldn't be the best. This guy is soft goods.
78, do you read Spawn? Or is it just like nostalgia for you? You read it in the 90s, or do you still continue on reading it? Just out of curiosity.
I did. So I did ask 78. I was like, hey, I messaged like, you get on the Spawn? I was like, no, which one? I was like, because I was going to ask if he wanted to talk about it too, but
yeah.
I know like when they used to do the podcast, he'd always mention Spawn and their comics, but I don't know if he reads it though. Who would you want to do if another company could make a Spawn figure?
Who did that Darksiders knockoff bootleg, not bootleg, third-party figure?
Which one?
On the 5K Toys site.
Who is it?
It was Death from Darksiders.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of companies that I would enjoy doing them. None like like third party companies basically. Like anytime I want a figure that is posable and has detail, it's always going to be a third party company.
I think Fig Horse would be his nightmare because if he saw all the cuts made on Spawn, he'd freak out.
I wouldn't want them to do it. Like they're too stylized. They're too stylized in their own like import. They look like import figures, and they're too clean. Like Spawn's a gritty dude, right?
Yeah.
They would add weird textures and smooth them out and make him look clean cut.
I would want Mofex to do it. Okay, he said he read 300 or to like 310 or so.
Yeah.
Sorry, then stopped. Spawn's a hard read. Is it?
I've noticed they try to retcon a lot of stuff. I feel like he didn't expect the comic to last this long. So, for instance, like I said, Spawn changed. Like it wasn't Al Simmons anymore. So there was a point where Al Simmons commits suicide, and then I'm like, oh, why did that happen? And then I read like 50 issues, and it doesn't actually tell you why he decided to do that. Just one day he comes back. It's like, I'm back now. And I'm like, okay, what the hell is that all about? Like, they just wanted to like switch up the main character. Maybe there's headcanon reasons why he did stuff like that, but there's nothing in print that tells you why Al Simmons just decided to die.
And they never revisited how they just kept going with it. Just like,
yeah.
Hey, he's back.
He's back now. And then they acknowledge he did that, but I don't see the point of it. And then like Image United, where all of the Image heroes try to fight Omega Spawn. They never finished that. It's just, but then they brought Omega Spawn back and don't tell you where this one came from. He's just there.
Wait, how does that happen? They just like keep like loose ends on some of these stories?
Yeah, there's a lot of loose ends. So Omega Spawn was like the parts of Al Simmons' soul, and like Invincible, Savage Dragon, like all of the heroes. It was a Marvel event, but for Image Comics, they never finished it. But now they just bring these unused characters into the main comic storyline and don't tell you why. He's just here now.
That's kind of, well, thanks for saving me the read. I'll go rewatch the animated series at least.
I'm upset about they never finished that.
Well, the stories are badly structured. Obi-Wan Chingona says, I'd buy a Dio recreation of this. Yeah, the one with all the arms coming out. I've thought about trying to recreate that photo. I saw some crates at like Target or Walmart, and I was going to put all the arms through them, but it's like it's too hard because to get the proper shading in there, yeah.
It's like a one and you have to use it strictly for that one photo, and then when you're done, it's just a bunch of arms. What the hell are you supposed to do with all these?
Well, that was the thing. Like I can't on Legends, not all of them pop off, so it's like I'm gonna end up breaking them if I like take the Hulk's arm off. I did read. Actually, I bought Batman Spawn, the new one that came out a year or two ago.
Like the 2-pack you're talking about?
No, the comic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. It wasn't. Yeah, in terms of stories, it wasn't. I got it just for the. It's Batman Spawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. Okay. Chris Allen says Spawn is an okay read. Just don't expect in-depth storytelling.
There was a point where I really liked it, where he started being more cunning.
Mm-hmm.
They cycle through the same thing. So he doesn't know how to use his powers. He learns how to use his powers. He becomes a god tier. Then it resets. Then he's powerless. Then he has to learn how to use his powers. Like they keep recycling the same tropes.
For what reason does it reset?
So for instance, someone will sit on the Hell's throne and then turns off all of their powers. I don't know why but it just is. But I'm noticing that pattern. It's happened 3 times now. He becomes overpowered and then he loses his powers. His suit acts out on its own and it won't listen to him. Then he has to learn how to do it all over again. Then he becomes the most deadly force on Earth. And then
it sounds like the writing's to just the sake of writing and just pumping out comics.
Because how do you defeat an army that can never really die? So they're always stuck in that perpetual state of, how do I defeat hell? Well, you can't. It's a force of nature. So I don't know. They have to figure something out. And then they introduce bigger players like, oh, God's not the most powerful. Actually, it's Gaia. And yeah.
Or Mega Spawn.
Yeah.
78 says, Todd says, like his nemesis, Ravel, the art is more important than the story. Did you see when he did that impression of Todd?
Yeah, I thought that was the funniest thing.
Yeah. Buy my toys. I follow Spawn Comics through Rated Comics YouTube channel. Oh, nice. In the comics, all hell Spawn Angels has no powers.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it, but yeah, we're at that point again where he's powerless again.
Oh, well, take 300, I guess. Right, I guess losing his power thing is a thing with Spawn.
He becomes a messiah, and then he becomes powerless, and then...
I would be so frustrated if I read through 300 comics only to see this pattern of losing.
But there was a point where he was relying on his, like, wit. He still had powers, but he would trick people, like...
So he's kind of like Batman in the sense where it's like...
There was a point, but now he's just powerless. So if you shoot him, he will die. I don't care about that version of Spawn. Like, I want to see a powered up Spawn still.
You don't get tired of it? Like, if they just keep
at this point, I'm like, they keep redoing it. After a certain point, I'm like, you got to move forward a little bit. But I think the fact that Todd has no end game in sight is why this keeps happening. Like, if he was like, okay, after this, like, we're gonna kill all the angels and demons, and like, this is the last man standing. Like, this could be the finale. Like, he could finish the story with this arc that's ongoing now, because everyone is fair game. Like, no one has powers, so Al Simmons is relying on his skills. So if he wanted, he could kill all the demons and all the angels and be the last man standing, and that could be the end of the series. But Todd isn't going to end it. That's his bread and butter. And I'm not hating on that'd be like ending Spider-Man. Like, it's just not going to happen. Or he'd like probably go bankrupt. Yeah. And then he comes back with his mullet.
That's what they should do. The death of Spawn.
They did it, and they brought in Jim Downing. So that was their version. That was their hey, for all I know, they could it.
Let's do a Flashpoint version of this. Just reset everything.
On that note, a future Spawn came and talked. This is spoiler territory, but this has been out for a while.
Yeah, let's see.
He's apparently from the future, and then a future Spawn sends him back in time.
How?
I don't know, and I don't understand.
I'm such a poser because like I have Monolith Spawn, but I got it because like it's pretty sick.
Because when he showed up originally, I was like, oh, this guy looks sick. Like, if Medieval is Thor, this guy's Hulk, basically. Like, he just shows up and starts pummeling people.
Yeah, I'm a fan of like those more brute figures, like the bigger ones.
Yeah.
That's why Hulk's always been my favorite character. So I was like, oh, let me pick up Monolith Spawn. And the only thing was I was a little upset that like those bigger ones, the torsos are really hollow. But I guess maybe it's because of the weight.
Yeah. He'd topple over. And they're basically bricks. Like, you can't do anything with him. He's still cool. Like, I like him.
Yeah, you can get him like a few poses, just like Darkseid. Yeah. Right. I guess. Let's see. Sort of like the death of Super from the 90s. I'm hyped on Snyder coming back. Wait, what? No. He's not, is he?
I didn't look it up.
There's no way.
You don't think so? Let me see.
No, please, no.
You not into that?
Okay. So I know this is Spawn specific, but let me just switch it real quick. I gotta ask you.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
No way. you gotta preface that, man, because.
Okay. Anyway,
hordes of Snyder Cut fans coming through. Come on, you can't blame me if I see Snyder and DC in the same. I'm not gonna think Scott Snyder.
No, that's understandable because I was like I didn't hear anything but that. It's like the multiverse now. It's Spawn. Yeah. I'm kind of tired of multiverse in general.
Oliver Spawn got stuck one dimension. Damn it, back. God, I was like, there's no way Zack Snyder's back again.
I like how he's like shaming you. If you say Snyder, people are automatically gonna go. But 78 is the comic guy. You have to keep that in mind too.
Yeah, I know. Let me ask you this: Snyder Cut. It's been 3 years since that release came out. What do you think? Like the whole Snyderverse after everything's said and done. Because we're moving on now.
I like it more than the theatrical.
Yeah, anything was better than the Whedon cut, but in terms of the whole Snyder cut, like
universe
thing, like how do you?
I'm not sad it's gone. Like it's a non-issue. It's a non-issue, harmless thing to me.
Yeah, I was happy he finally got his vision, like what he wanted as a movie.
Yeah,
but this whole like restoring the universe and all that, like I think it was time to move on.
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of mid now. Like looking back on it, it's like all right, it was good. So some good parts, but yeah, I don't think it's warranted. I think there's a lot of revisionist history now where it's like the most amazing thing. You know what I mean?
Like looking at like, is that my ideal Superman? No, it's not. I liked Henry Cavill for what we were given, but his there was no difference between his Clark Kent and his Superman, for instance. Whereas I want to see that nerdy. He doesn't even have to be a full-on nerd. I just need a different version of Superman and Clark Kent. Like he needs to switch personas.
Yeah.
Whereas this movie didn't even like talk about that at all because they tried to keep it grounded as you could be, but people just didn't question. Like everyone knew, like Perry knew he was Superman. Whatever the dude in Smallville, like when he stared at him when they're fighting in the IHOP, like everyone knew who Clark was. There was no secret. It's just kind of a don't talk about it situation, which sticks out like a sore thumb. Like none of you are going to talk about the fact that he's Superman. Like I don't know, it was weird. Like they tried to keep it grounded, but it didn't work the way that they probably intended. So I don't know how you feel about these movies.
I think I actually like the Man of Steel a lot. I know it's not the ideal. I like that iteration. It's just And then Batman versus Superman, I think was good. I don't think it was the greatest ever, but I will say I do like Ben Affleck's take on Batman.
I like his Bruce Wayne and Batman a lot. I thought the premise of that one was convoluted, like the whole pitting them against each other and that wasn't even like a well thought out plan. It's just you have to trust them both to be stupid and fall for that, and they were.
Well, okay, that's where I'm like I like that. I
did like that. I like the fighting I liked, but Lex Luthor's ploy getting them to fight. I'm like, all it would have taken is a 2-minute conversation, which happened.
Yeah.
To unravel his whole scheme. And it wasn't even 2 minutes, it was a name. And then he's like, oh, I guess I shouldn't be fighting you. Like people make fun of that, but expanding on it, if they just sat down and said like, hey, why are we fighting? Like I hate movies where smart people act dumb to progress the plot.
But then also then I like the fighting. I didn't like the casting for Lex Luthor though.
Like, no, that was awful.
Some of the casting was decent, like good choices, but his was what is it, Jesse Eisenberg?
Eisenberg, yeah. I know they were going for that whole like first appearance Lex Luthor with the hair, but he felt more like Riddler. He felt more like just jittery, like he's wired.
Coming. No, I didn't. And then to end with Martha, like
yeah, that's what I mean. Like instead of it,
like why are you saying that name? It's like, oh, your mom's name is Martha. Oh,
oh, you're more human than I thought. I'm the monster here, apparently.
Oh man,
Snyderverse looked good. Casting was good.
You pissed off some Snyder fans. Yes, Snyder looked good. Casting of heroes was good. That's about it. Story could have been, and that's the thing. I think also the studio was heavily involved in like always mishmashing like the storyline, so it really messed it up. Yeah, this is something that was good. I agree. Animated stuff from DC is far better than whatever Marvel put out. Animated series.
What's your favorite animated DC? Are we allowed to talk about this stuff? I don't want to hijack your Spawn talk with them.
Okay. No, it's fine because we're kind of winding down here. But I'm down to talk about favorite animated series in terms of DC
or movie. DC movie. Favorite animated DC movie.
Oh, I'm biased. Mask of the Phantasm.
That's a good choice, though.
Animated series will always be that's the benchmark. Okay. Also, X-Men animated series, but I think Batman still it holds up better, like more in terms of.
Are you watching the new one?
Cape Crusader?
Yeah. Do you like it?
it's got its pros and cons. Like there's some stuff like I like the setting for it, like the was like the 50s or something like that. I like the setting for that. I also like the art direction. It kind of reminds me because Bruce Timm's overseeing it, so it's like the animated series.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it. Have you seen it yet or no?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna watch it, but people are, so I don't want to spoil it either. I'm sure people in the chat, like 78 said he needs to watch the animated one.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's not for kids. When I saw like one of the so people die in this show, and I'm just like, oh, okay. It's not like the OG one. Yeah.
The OG one was still like
It teetered.
I remember Batman beat the crap out of like that kid's dad, and that's why Robin like took off. He's like, you just pummeled that guy in front of that kid. Like,
Oh,
like,
that's New Adventures. Yeah,
I just remember like that as a kid, I was like, oh wow, that's dark.
Yeah,
But this one, like they actually kill people.
Yeah, I hated when they changed the art direction so it mixes well with Superman's.
Yeah,
but that's probably one of their best episodes of that New Adventures was that it's called Old Wounds. It's how you found out he left to become Nightwing. Yeah. Yeah, but what about you? What's your favorite DC animated series movie or animated movie, I should say?
Series is what Batman as well, and then movie Under the Red Hood still holds up for me.
Oh, okay.
I like that a lot. And then Flashpoint.
Oh yeah, I watched that a couple years ago. Have you watched the new one, the 4-part one, Crisis on Infinite Earth?
I only watched one, and part two did. I don't know, like it didn't draw me in. Did you like it? Were you a fan?
It was okay. I saw the first one. I'm halfway through the second one.
I saw clips. It's fun to see them interacting with their counterparts, like Robin fighting Batman, and Batman be like, "Your Batman's an idiot. He lets a bunch of kids like."
Yeah.
Wait. Maybe I'll give it a try. Damn, I was gonna watch it with the kids.
No. Okay, so I mean, there's death in them. It's not. I don't know. It's not as bad, but it's still pretty. Yeah. Serenity Game says my top DC animated: Red Hood, Dark Knight Returns, and Justice League Dark. Oh, that's with Constantine and them, right? Yeah. Oh, you're muted.
I was curious about Injustice. Like I liked the games. I was like, oh, okay, maybe a movie will be cool. But they totally.
I can't with Injustice just because I don't like the design. Like I can't get over the designs on those.
I didn't like it at all. And then I don't like this. I don't like this new. What's the new world called? This new, not Rebirth, but Tomorrowverse or something.
Yeah, I think it's
this the thick outlines. I hated that one.
Did you because I'm big on the Bruce Timm like the Timmverse. Did you like that? Like, what did you like Justice League and Justice League Unlimited and all that?
I love those.
Yeah,
I could turn on episode 1 right after this. I might even do it and just binge it. Like that's how good it is.
So I saw it for the first time 2 years ago, and it was awesome because I didn't think.
Man, you held out that long.
Well, yeah, because when that show came out, I was already starting to get out of high school, and it's like I wasn't paying attention to all this stuff. But there was one episode that caught me, like coincidentally, I was turning the channel. I was like, "Is that Batman Beyond?" Because Epilogue is in Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize when I looked back on it now, I was like looking at the history of that episode. That was supposed to be the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a testament how good the show was, where they came back and did another season.
Yeah, I could tell though. Like I wasn't really enjoying the last season because I'm like knowing that it was supposed to be the last episode. I was like, man, it should have ended there.
Like the tone changed, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like when the X-Men got written for like a last season, the animation style changed.
And then they rushed it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you like Batman Beyond growing up?
I loved it.
I hated it when it first came out.
Just you don't like change?
Yeah, right. I would really hate the Spawn comics then. No, yeah, because back then I was just like, man, why are we doing this? Why are we doing another different Batman? I always thought,
fair, though.
Huh?
That's fair though. People do that. Like people didn't like Miles Morales originally. 2099 Spider-Man. Like people don't like change.
Yeah.
That sounds condescending, but it's fair. Like you grew up
There's
with a
payback
specific.
earlier, right? When I was like, oh, toy collectors think they know. No, it's fair. But as I got older, I was like, okay, I start to appreciate it more now because
Yeah, I loved it.
Bruce was still my Batman, but then like behind the scenes, he was still working with him. But
Yeah,
the show was more about showcasing Terry and his ascension into Batman. But I like when there's episodes when like when Bruce wore the armor suit and they're playing his old theme song in the background.
mm-hmm.
And then when he's spoilers 20 years later, when he gets with Talia on his birthday and he takes the thing to get young again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Lazarus.
Yeah, and
I
it was
refuse to read the Batman Beyond. Did you watch it though? 78. He refuses to read it. I don't read that one either.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea why. Like I don't have anything against it. I just don't want to read the comic. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Something else to read.
My frustration with that universe was, or that show. That's probably one of the reasons why I didn't like. Like I didn't like it growing up was they never showcased Dick Grayson in Batman Beyond. It was only talked about because Tim Drake got to return in Joker Returns, Return of Joker. Then Barbara Gordon was the commissioner.
Huh? I wonder why they didn't.
But then they did the comics. Like that's something I was thinking about reading, like the comics, because they explain where Dick Grayson was at, and that's when you find out that Bruce got Barbara pregnant, and it's like
that's ridiculous.
That pissed me off. Like,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Do you remember? Did you remember reading about this or like hearing about?
No one like that. No one like that.
Yeah, I hated how they. Yeah, and then that was another way. Batman Beyond, Terry asked Barbara, was like, "Oh, like you mean together as partners?" He was like, "Oh, more than that." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird."
Yeah,
that pairing didn't make sense to me.
No, not at all. And then they did it again in whatever the Joker movie,
Return of the Joker.
Crap, I forgot. No, it was the animated one. They did a movie rendition of the comic.
Oh gosh. Cerrone Games says, I gotta admit, I wasn't a fan of Batman Beyond or Spider-Man 2099 back then, but now I love it. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I haven't done Spidey 2099.
I like it.
Did you guys, because I know probably, did you guys like Ben Reilly as Spider-Man? Because then they changed it because people didn't like it. They're like, hey, actually, no, Ben is actually the clone and Peter's the real.
That was convoluted. I like Scarlet Spider, but that whole like back and forth, are you really Peter? No, I am. Also, you have a baby. Your baby's dead now. And then like I was like, oh, did everyone just calm down? This is going way too fast. And they did stuff like that, and they don't talk about it anymore. And then there's a running joke that Marvel hates Ben because they keep either killing him, they kill him, or they make him a bad guy, and they keep swapping back and forth.
It's probably somebody who still works at Marvel that worked there in the 90s that remembers what it was like. It's like, you know what, screw this character.
Like they don't know what to do with him, but they insist. I like Kane a lot. I like when Kane became the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah.
So much that I made a figure.
Did you get it?
I made the figure.
Oh, you made that? I thought you said God. I was like, dang.
Oh, no. Let me see that.
Yeah, let's see. What did Serena Games says? Says McFarlane is doing deep cuts in DC. I like to see Daughter of Bane figure. She looks awesome, or looks cool.
She's relevant again, so they might do.
Oh, nice. Is this what the Renew Your Vows book?
Yeah, but I popped in the Black Panther's shoulders, and then I did some vinyl decals.
It looks nice. Does it have toe articulation?
Yeah, it does. I totally forget about that, but I'm not one of those people that need it, but it's nice to have.
Yeah.
So I did like, that's one of the ones I was surprised that I like. You know, when they make the villain a hero and give him the hero's mantle. It's like, I'm not gonna like this dude. There's no way that they'll make me like Kane, and then I love him. He's one of my favorite.
Do they kind of do the same thing with what's his face, Venom?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him anymore. He's like a space god right now.
He said as soon as Spider-Verse was starting, I was out of the comics. DCP, then we're about 2 hours in. We're about to peace out here in a minute. Yeah. DCP, catch the replay though, dude. So that's when I stopped reading spandex here. What do you read now then? Pack, have you seen The Daughter of Bane? Oh, let's see. What does this look like? Daughter of Bane.
She just looks like a female Bane, basically.
Oh shit, dude. Looks like. Hold on, wait. Let me share my.
Is that appealing to you?
As a figure?
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
I mean, maybe I'd buy it if it was a collector edition. No, if it's like a regular release, yeah, maybe I'd buy it. Just looks like Huntress on steroids, dude. Yeah, that's fine. What's her origin? Is she also a wrestler or a luchador?
She's whatever Bane is, but a girl. So yeah, basically.
It'd be cool. I mean,
Yeah.
they do a soft.
They're gonna do a figure of her for sure.
You want to bet?
They are. Oh, they are.
They won't.
You don't think so?
No, the only reason I say that is because like I look at the female figures that have come out this year.
Yeah.
It's only a handful. What do we get? We got Cassandra Cain's Batgirl. We're getting Huntress. We got Starfire.
When did Punchline come out? Did Punchline already come out?
Yeah, Punchline came out. Yeah. Batgirl needs someone to fight my daughter. She looks good. What's her name?
Daughter Bane.
I think she was a clone of him. Okay. So let's count how many females. We have Fire that came out. We have, what did you just say? Punchline. Cassandra Cain, Batgirl, Starfire. Yeah, that's crazy. I think that's it.
Oh, her name's Vengeance. Darth.
Vengeance. TCB Wonder Woman came out in well, I guess depending when you got it, came out in 2023.
Huntress isn't coming out this year though, is she?
No, I think it is. It was announced 2 months later. That's 5. That's 5 figures, and we're in July or August. Sorry. Batwoman. No, Batwoman came out last year. Yeah, the female figure output's a little bit. That is another thing I wish that should be a little bit more. There should be more diversity in the female figures.
Because I really do like his Wonder Woman that everyone went nuts for. Like yeah, that was weird. That was a weird.
They got a reissue. They got a double dip on that reissue. What?
Because they did 2 versions too, and you were lucky if you got one, right?
Yeah, it was the chase version was a classic. Yeah. And then there's the normal one.
I think I have one. I have her Dr. Fate look. I don't know.
Oh, and the helmet
out of all the McFarlane, like I just pick random McFarlane figures to like. Like see,
I like that Last Night on Earth version. That was cool.
Yeah. Even with like a head swap with her Dark Knight's medal, like the one with the crown.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that one too. But yeah, like looking at my collection, I don't think female figures. Yeah, that was it. That's crazy, man. Starfire, what was I say? Yeah, because last year it was Donna Troy, Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, I liked her too.
Yeah, Donna Troy, Wonder Woman, Supergirl. I'm not including the movie ones, but I guess Poison Ivy, Batgirl. Yeah. TCP said he paid $69 for her. At this point, that's like
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's like the going. I think it's the going rate right now.
Honestly, if you didn't, you probably wouldn't. You're not going to get her for retail. That's one of the few figures that I've seen that was released.
It's gone.
And if you didn't get her, there's no re-release.
Or if every time it was restocked, it would be gone. So hey,
it's just gone. Yeah,
gone. Power Princess is the same aftermarket. Yeah, that's what I was asking D earlier. He's got Power Princess, but it's not going to be Wonder Woman though.
I mean, I have her like because I like her as a figure.
She jumped up, and I'm wondering if it's because everyone bought her up to have a Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and then I bought her. I have 2. The other one I'm making Artemis out of. So,
you've got 2.
Her, yeah. I'm not butchering it. Like she's a beautiful figure.
Yeah.
The other one I took apart already. She's disassembled. I just need to paint her up.
It's time to sell it to buy some more. Okay.
No, I love this figure, man. She's simple but effective. Like I don't even want to touch this. Like she's good the way she is.
I know Machi Toy did a dope Wonder Woman custom of her.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what I keep going back to when I show people Wonder Woman customs. Did you have the Nightfall 2-pack?
Yeah, D's gonna get that.
Am I?
Yeah, you said that. Funny you mentioned that. Yeah, I have it right here. I have to make room because I got to clear some more stuff. But yeah, it's a good figure.
I like the original more.
Really.
Yeah, I like the it was a green Venom tube, right?
Yeah. That's more of like a modern, like tactical version of Bane.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with this one. I just preference, right?
Yeah, it's just preference. And the thing is, like, I had someone comment on my review. And it's like it makes sense because people were tripping about the blue, but when you look at the comic panels, like it looked like this.
Yeah, it's accurate.
It's a lot of I was gonna remove it, but I was like, no, I think I might keep that on there.
No, as soon as you do, you're gonna miss them.
Yeah, but damn, I should have gotten. I was gonna cop a second pack. I'm just like, nah, this one's good enough. I got a lot of crap from my my Dark Side review. Like,
why?
The comments were crazy. They're like, somebody said, I don't want to turn this live stream into that, like calling out session. Somebody said,
I'm gonna go look after because I watched the review, but I just never read comments.
I mean, people act like I'm not like they're like it's like just a McFarlane hater. It's like, have you seen my channel? Like, what the fuck? In what capacity would you think I'm a hater? Yes, I'm a hater so much that
your entire collection is 90%.
My 70% of my content's all McFarlane stuff. But
yeah.
no, I was just frustrated. It's like, yeah, the joints, I don't like it. And somebody commented, this dude had the audacity to say, well, these aren't really meant to be posed. Like, sure, you can get it in a few years. They're not meant to be played with. They're adult collectibles.
No, Todd specifically said, I made these the way they are because they stand out in toy aisles. Like, he specifically said that. The same reason he said what he said about female action figures.
Yeah.
So,
but like to have someone say, like, you're not really supposed to pose. Like, what are you talking about?
No,
so why these kits exist? Yeah, I was like, what is going on here?
At that point, he would make statues if that was the case. Like, these aren't meant to be posed. He specifically did hinges like this so you could get them to pose like that. Despite how ugly they are, he consciously made that decision so they could do the splits. Like, these pose. No, you can't. No, you got me all heated up. Now I gotta go to your video after.
No, don't. I'm not advocating for anyone to go there.
No,
I ignored but just like I just think
that's why I don't read comments because I get all excited.
I just think it's funny because it's just like, oh, what a hater. I'm just saying I literally moved the hinge up and the arm popped out. How am I being a hater? And the funny thing
funny. That's funny because when you have it documented on cam in real time, like that shouldn't happen. And people are trying to justify that. No, that's.
They thought, I guess, shame on me though, putting the thumbnail the way that I did. I just said I expected better. But it's because it's like if they watch the review, I literally say at the end, it's like it's good shelf presence. It still has redeeming qualities. It's just the arms kind of, whatever. And also, the hinge on my Dark Side right here, it was like it's not ratcheted like this.
Yeah,
it's loose. Right? So like when I get it in certain poses, it ends up going like this.
Yeah.
So,
again, like if you can show that on camera and prove it, then people shouldn't be offended that what could they possibly say? Like at that point, you can tell they didn't watch the video. They saw the title.
Yeah.
They fast forwarded it a little bit, watched 2 seconds, and then went right to the comments.
Yeah, no, like don't get me wrong. Like I'm still a mark for their products, but I got to be honest with it sometimes. It's like that was one I didn't. It's still gonna end up in my top 10. It's just not number one.
Otherwise, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're not gonna be like legitimate, why don't people just assume all of your reviews are gonna be 10 out of 10? Like why even watch reviews if you're just gonna get upset that someone points out a flaw? I don't know.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I can tell it gets you heated. I'm gonna start doing grading. I'm gonna say all this stuff. Just be like, I'm gonna give this 11 out of 10. I've been finding all the McFarlane Platinums at Target recently. Even Star. Yeah, I found that Azrael. I think the East Coast is just late to the game because this Azrael showed up like in the springtime, like the West Coast and everywhere.
He looks nice.
It is. It's nice.
Yeah.
But like again, this one shouldn't have been a platinum. We need a bigger Dark Side. Well, we need a shorter Calabac. I think that's what it is, dude. Calabac's like the same height as Dark Side.
Yeah.
Just on a pack. Dark Side arms are real problem. All figures. Yeah, no, I laugh at them like I laughed at another one about whose review was? Oh, it was the Odious one. Like I like the Odious figure, and I was like saying positive things. This one dude was like, I find it funny that you don't when you people review NECAs, Hasbro's, Mattels, they're always quick to point out flaws. And like you're comparing one guy with a team making one figure to a corporation or bigger companies, multiple mass-produced figures. It's like I don't know.
That specifically say things like we're going windowless to cut back on costs, and then like remove things. Like there's a difference when you know that.
It's not comprehensible. Like you can't compare this to this. And it's like, I don't know. The comments that you have to have thick, like kind of a thick skin to deal with these comments. I laugh at some of these, but it's just sometimes I kind of do want to just plaster them up on a live stream. It's like, all right, let's take a look at what this dude said. That's
why I can't read comments. I won't. Like as soon as I'm done the live with Elvin, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed, and then I'd never look at the video again.
Yeah, and then because you can't see the dislike anymore on YouTube. I can still see it on my YouTube studio, like the engagement. I know whoever like got mad at that Dark Side review just went and started disliking all my videos because I saw I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh, some dude just disliked.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's insane. And it's insane to me when you have like a valid reason and people just don't want to hear it. Cyborg Superman's my top 3 of the year. He does look nice.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on getting this, but a lot of my friends in the society were like, yeah, pick it up. I was like, maybe. But sculpt wise, this was another one that people were like, on the Facebook groups, they're like, this is a custom. There's no way this is a figure. And then,
are you happy with the new 52? Would you prefer the classic? Or are you good with this one?
Yeah, I'm good with this one. Because me and my friends talked about it, we're like, we haven't gotten this iteration before. And we know we're going to get a classic one at some point,
Yeah.
3 years ago, I would have been like, no, they don't do classic figures. But the last 2 years, or this last year specifically, there's been a lot of classic variations.
Clock King, 2 versions of Clock King.
Yeah, Clock.
Ambush Bug for whatever. Like just going wild.
Like we got the Atom. We also have that Green Lantern, the Golden Age.
Oh, Alan Scott. Yeah.
Oh no, Hal Jordan one, the digital collectible.
Oh
figure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So I'd imagine we're probably going to get this in a classic form, but why? Are you kind of glad they went this route too? It's different. It's a different cyborg.
It looks. I like that. Like I like it a lot.
Yeah. Pinless. Yeah. No, this is good. But yeah, man, the internet's fun because the Facebook groups are going nuts. They're like, "There's no way that's a real figure. That's a custom. I swear they would never make that a figure." And here it is. Some dude was kept receipts, like screenshot everyone that like.
Those are funny. Or the people like, you're all stupid. Like this will never happen. You can quote me on that, and then they just vanish. They vanish when they're proven wrong. Like you never see them again.
Yeah.
Up until that point, they're on every like comment, like every like dating back months. But the moment they're proven wrong, someone Thanos snapped them away. They just never return.
Created a new account. Wait, TCB, I can say this about the lines. Yeah, that's so. One of my reviews at one point was just like, you know what, guys, we're 5 years in, probably not going to fix the scaling. That's something I'm just going to deal with. I think it was who was it? It was Two Greek Robin. Yeah, it's just like at this point, whatever.
I did see like, was it you who swapped out the vampire suit and with the other head sculpt?
No.
Okay.
Somebody else probably did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, scaling doesn't really. Having all Rand Super lined up, I'm happy Todd didn't do the classic versions. Yeah, because I think we're gonna get them. Read my Green Arrow comment. Oh no, on what, Instagram or?
Green Arrow isn't Green Arrow in that digital wave.
Uh-huh. What did he have it on, the McFarlane page?
DC Direct Green Arrow. I'm curious what he said now, if you find it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through now. I see what he's. TCP, let me know which. Yeah, let's go through their page.
Did you like that one though? Okay, that Wonder Woman, I like the statue. Like that looks fantastic to me.
The statues, like the Hush Superman statue, if they had made that head sculpt in 1/10, that would have been perfect. Because
Yeah.
the one we got was just like it wasn't it. Oh, it is. Yeah, I guess it is. Is it wired? No. Yeah.
It looks like
I'll
it.
do it with the Jonah Hex. Where's?
I think that was announced a while ago.
It's crazy, man. Okay, so we were talking about distribution earlier.
Yeah.
So they announced Max Mercury. What is this? In June, and it's already out.
Oh yeah, I see him peg warming at our GameStop. I saw him today. That's the one I was talking about. Like I saw him today.
Yeah, this is like going for like $70. I'm gonna have to wait on clearance for that one. Where is this? Yeah, Green Arrow was a long time ago.
There he is.
There it is. Okay, where's TCP at?
It's probably buried by now.
Just type it in the chat. TCP. I don't want to go through all these comments, Steve. Few hidden comments. No, it's not this. I guess not. You lied to me.
Made you go on that wild goose chase for nothing.
I know. Unless it's not. You know what I'm impressed with was this one. I've been having a lot of fun posing this one.
Yeah. How do you like the cape?
I love the wire cape on this one's pretty good.
They changed the size of it, right? They made it shorter.
Yeah.
Honestly, that doesn't bother me though. But it looks good overall.
Yeah. Look at Toy Gaines' comment. Sold out. How many did you make? 30? I'm surprised they're still pumping out this stuff, man. I thought they would have already been done.
Yeah.
Damn, is there any other TCP? Are you still there? Type in the
He said he didn't type it there, curious. So yeah.
Huh?
He said he didn't type it there.
Oh, where the hell is it at then? Just type it in our chat, dude. Are you gonna get this?
No.
Come on, man.
No. Are you?
No.
Okay, exactly.
I saw it in the store. I was like, maybe I should pick it up just to review, just to see how they're doing. Because I haven't picked up many their anime figures in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the one. Have you seen these at your GameStop yet?
I'll look tomorrow because if I have no desire to buy him. So when I'm not hunting for something, it doesn't register in my brain as being visible. So
yeah,
I'll check though. You need one?
Yeah, I was looking for one.
Okay.
Yeah, if it doesn't have, but
yeah,
this is the stuff that I was in on the beginning of the year, like Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, no longer.
Yeah, well, I might pick this one up. Whoever does these, like who's sculpting and in charge of this, like I want them to work on some of the DC stuff.
Like, I bought one of the artist proofs, like the gray one of the
one of these the Marines. Yeah,
I like it a lot.
So the reason why I said like have them work, have you noticed how good the articulation is on that? Like how smooth that's what I want. I want whoever works on that to work on like, because the torso on these aren't as smooth as it is on those Warhammer ones.
Oh yeah. Those ones are like butter.
Yeah.
And it supports the weight though too. So it's not like it's fluffy or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there's this comment. He said the worst figure from that's what you put?
Don't piss the Todd father off.
Probably deleted it. You see Rob Liefeld posting yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I kept you on longer. I was like, it'll only be an hour. We're like 2.5 hours in. Man.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's good engagement with the chat. I like to see what people are talking about or reading and collecting.
And it's good to get informed on like what's going on in the Spawn comics. I didn't know about all that in terms of his powers leaving, coming back.
Yeah. There, I just saved you. I saved you 200 issues. So
I'm about to fire up the HBO Max and just watch.
Yeah.
What if I told you at the time of death? His monologues, yeah.
Oh, and it's like that heavy shadow introductions.
Yeah. Bring those back. McFarlane toys. Bring back Todd showcasing DC toys again. Like opening them up. I want to see those again.
Yeah.
My favorite was when he did it today. He wrote, we hit $1 million. This dude's an artist, and he's using his art style to like write. Oh man. Thanks, Doc. Yeah, we should link up again. Yeah. We're gonna do it again sometime then.
Yeah,
I'll have Elvin in between this time to combat that.
That'll be you too. I don't have the energy to deal with him for more than one day.
No, but I do thank you, D, for coming through, man, and talking Kickstarter Spawn. I mean, thanks everyone in the chat and people catching the replay. I appreciate you guys. Anything you want to shout out or make mention before we dip out?
I already mentioned the channel. I do appreciate the invite today. I don't get to talk Spawn with anyone. Even if the comics are on a decline right now, I'm still having fun with them, and I like the characters. So thanks, man. Thanks for the hangout and chat.
Yeah, man. We'll do it again. We'll run it back. Thanks to everyone again. Thanks, Stay Obi-Wan Chingones. Thanks, man. Yeah. So keep a lookout. We'll collab again soon. Yeah.
We can do an unboxing together
when it comes in.
Oh no, yeah. you do your review, but then after you do your, because you're gonna do a review, obviously. Your own solo one. You have to.
I might. There's a few people in here, so they'll probably hear it now. I'm probably because I'm going to be busy in the fall. Probably going to take a break again from a lot of this.
Okay, fair enough.
I have like one more review left in me. I think maybe one or two. Then take it. But if that Kickstarter arrives, then
because when does it come out? January.
I'm hoping December. If it does, we'll do a live stream together. We'll open it up.
Okay, sounds good.
One of them. That's why I should double up. Then I'll do a separate one as a review. Then
I'll yeah, because you gotta play around. You're the expert here. You gotta play with what sounds. You get one. Yeah, get two. Go get two.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll do it again, man. Thank you again, Dean. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Hope you all have a good night. Peace.